that. What is up, everybody? Are you a YouTuber in Taiwan? I've got one of Taiwan's biggest foreign YouTubers on the island, I think, right? From Sweden. We've got Lukas in Taiwan live right after this. Ghetto, that's funny, man. All right, brother. Man, thank you for coming.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
It's my pleasure to have you here, man. I've been watching your videos. You know, I actually found you when I've been doing the podcast for a while, and I was like, I didn't really have a look at what was going on, and I was checking. I'm like, oh, Taiwan podcast. I'm like, oh, there can't be very many. And all of a sudden, it's like, boom, you're there. I'm like, oh my god, this guy's. First of all, this guy looks great. And I was like, wow, this is fantastic. Yeah, I'm just like, wow, he's doing a great job, man. So congrats. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, I saw your channel and your live streams. Like close to a year ago now.
Yeah,
and like, I've been following you. I just love the whole concept.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I was telling you before, restaurant. We picked a slow day and figured, let's give it a shot. Yeah. And became this.
It's awesome.
And
it's so nice, just like the whole setup. I've just been like geeking out here, like in the background.
I know, right?
Checking out everything.
I agree. I love it. I like to check out everybody else's setup too. And yeah, so very cool, man. Like I said, these are live mics. We just started with karaoke setup. And the best thing for me is probably this stream deck because I can kind of do whatever I want.
I'm so jealous.
Really
I'm so jealous.
The stream deck.
It's I'm like the chicken wings looks amazing, but this is what makes me drool. You know?
Yeah, exactly. The stream. I mean, you can be like, hey, don't forget to subscribe, and you hit that bam up there.
Oh wow,
that's right. So that's pretty cool, man. Yeah. All right, so we're started. So the channel. How long have you been doing the channel for, man?
How long? 3.5 years.
Okay, so yeah. I mean, it's huge now. Congratulations!
Thank you so much. I mean, it's huge. I don't know, but it's like it's pretty big. It's a lot bigger than I thought I would ever be able to reach. So
I think it takes somebody who's like, I've been building this one for a couple of years, small, growing slowly, but it takes somebody to really have been doing it to appreciate, like, holy crap, your channel's blown up. I love it. It's beautiful.
Thank you so much.
And the content's great. I mean, how much content do you put out a week? Average, like
2 or 3 videos.
Okay,
per
beautiful.
Week. Yeah.
And you just started a Chinese vlog, right?
Yes, I saw that. I used like the first video. It's just I'm gonna start it next year, and this was just like kind of like a practice run,
like a pilot sort of thing.
Exactly. Okay. Like that's how I started the whole channel too. Like I made one video just to see if it works, like proof of concept.
Okay, beautiful.
And yeah, I need to practice my Chinese. Like it's getting like worse and worse for every month. I feel so.
I think it's Chinese is a weird thing. I mean, did you study it? Like go to study it at a school?
I did.
You did,
right?
Like, okay.
Like 2.5 years.
Okay.
2.5 years.
So you came for studying, right?
Yeah. So I first came to Taiwan as an exchange student.
Okay.
And then after I went back home to graduate, I came back to learn Chinese for like 1 year.
Okay.
And then
one of those intense years, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then it was just like adding one more year after that, and now it's been 10 years.
Oh my! So that's okay. 10 years. So, wow. Yeah. Okay. So I think, like for me, I never studied it, but I've been here for just a long time, right? So it's decent, but I also feel it's definitely plateaued. Like sometimes I hear other people that like studied it for 2 or 3 years or whatever, and I just feel like, wow, like I think mine is okay, and then you hear somebody and you're just like, oh, mine sucks.
Yeah, but it's also like your Chinese is good enough. You can survive, and I mean that's all you need, you know.
Yeah, I always find myself recycling old sentences. You know, it's just like I just recycle the same vocabulary, and people are like, oh my gosh, you sound really good, and it's really good, but the vocabulary never grows.
Right.
So I just, I don't know. I think there's a school up here that just opened. I'm thinking maybe I'm going to go in, but I don't know. When I went in there, they're like, okay, we can teach you to read and write. And I'm like, well, I really want vocabulary. I would love to read and write, but that's a long road. You know what I mean? Like, that's a long road. So, I mean, like sometimes I do the podcast in Chinese, right? So like I have some guests, they want to do it in Mandarin. Okay, we do it in Mandarin. I have a lot more prep for that. And there's always new words that I have to learn, like influencer, stuff like that. I'm like, I have no idea, right? So I had to learn words like that. And it's good, but I don't know. I feel I plateaued, so I need to do something about it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough though. It's tough to like. You need to have like the actual motivation, you know.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'm not really a language person, so I'm not really that interested. I honestly just learned Chinese because I was here on like a Swedish scholarship. So my Swedish government paid me to study Chinese in Taiwan.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, I might as well continue doing that then for a while.
I'm curious. I mean, there are a few Swedes that I know here, but is there a lot? Is there a lot of Swedish people here?
I know.
Not
I
really.
know like 5.
Okay, yeah. That's about how many I know. Too.
You know all of them.
I probably know the same 5. Okay. Yeah, because I thought, well, are there many Swedish students that come like what you did?
No, like there are a few like exchange students. Like there's a big exchange with like Hsinchu and a school in like Taichung, I think.
Okay.
So, but other than that, not really.
Not really. Okay.
No.
Okay.
And in terms of like, I mean, there's a lot of Swedish companies, but it's more like, I don't know. Taiwan is just like.
It's weird, right?
It's weird.
It's like a hidden little gem.
Exactly.
When you're here, it's like you found paradise, but
absolutely
nobody knows about it outside. It's weird.
It's like Japan, Singapore, and China, and then it's like, why would we need Taiwan? You know, because we're like all around.
It's weird, right? When I came here, like I've been here for 20 years, right? So my parents thought I was I think it was my one or the other. My dad thought I was in Thailand. And my mom thought I was in Japan. Like, do you remember I don't know how old you are. I know you're young, but way back, I don't know, probably 15 plus years ago, there's a big tsunami in Japan, right?
Yeah,
and it was just like a really bad one, right? And, you know, unfortunately, it was really bad in Japan. So like a month goes by and my mom calls me. I'm like, hey, how's it going? And she's like, are you okay? And I'm like, what are you talking about? She's like, are you okay? I said, yeah. Why do you ask? And she says, well, I just saw the news about the tsunami. Like, Mom, I'm not in Japan. And she's like, yeah, but it's close, right? I'm like, it's not in Japan. So fortunately, I'm okay. Yeah. So, and my dad would just say Thailand to everybody. Yeah. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. Let's grab the first wing, man. How do you do with spicy usually, bro?
Not so good.
Is spicy a thing in Sweden?
I used to joke and saying like when we want something spicy in Sweden, we just add like lime to our sparkling water.
Oh, beautiful. Okay.
Like
It's gonna be interesting for sure.
Yeah,
okay,
I have some experience with chicken wings.
Yeah, I saw your video.
Not good experiences.
Yeah,
though. Just experiences.
Well, ours, the last one. So we'll do 6. The last one is pretty rough, but the other ones are just kind of like chill, like kind of mellow-ish, just kind of keep the conversation going. Okay. Big fan of Hot Ones, big fan of Joe Rogan. Yeah.
These two looks terrifying.
So this right here is buffalo. It's just a basic one. Okay. This is chipotle. It's kind of like medium-ish.
Ooh, I like that.
This one is our only like fusion one. This is Korean. Mm-hmm. And then sort of round 2, we'll have 3 more. Those ones, when they come out, you'll smell them. There's a round 2, yeah. So we'll do 3 and 3. Good. So we'll grab the first one here. So go drum or wing, whatever you want to do, and we'll just get rolling here, yeah? You hungry? Yeah. Growing boy. Get the meat in there, delicious. Man. Thanks, man. This is just a basic buffalo, bro. So enjoy. Appreciate it. Nice. Man, I love your channel. Seriously, when I checked it out, like I said, I'm like, I wonder if there are any other English podcasts, right? Or anyone doing that kind of thing. So I went on, and it's just like, boom, I saw yours. I was like, holy crap. Not only is there one, it looks amazing. It's better than mine, damn it. I was like, oh, shoot. It looked awesome. I got to meet this guy. Yeah.
I saw that too because, I've been doing YouTube for like 3.5 years.
Okay.
And you kind of get to the point where it's like, it becomes a little bit routine.
Okay, yeah.
And it's like, pretty much it's the same thing over and over. Mm-hmm. So I just wanted to try like a new concept or a new format.
Yeah.
So it was either going like the short concept with like TikTok or like the longer one with like podcasts.
Yeah.
And I love podcasts. I'm like more in depth. I want to have like longer discussions.
Sure.
Like we're sitting here now.
I love it.
This is amazing. This is exactly what I want to do.
Thanks, brother. I appreciate it. Yeah. I appreciate you coming. Yeah.
The problem is just like the audience who are watching.
It's tough.
It's tough. Like you cannot keep them engaged for like an hour compared to like 8 minutes.
You can see like my analytics is like, but like for me, I started doing like this. So, I mean, take it easy, brother. So for me, I started doing it like this. So it's not as if like you already have an established channel.
Right.
So if you were to maybe change it up, it's probably not good. right?
That's another thing as well. Because what I did first was that I tried that kind of concept on my channel.
Okay. Oh, you did? Yeah.
And then everything got like compared with my like good videos.
The big successful ones.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then you see like it's very easy to compare, and YouTube will like compare it for you, saying like this video compared to your previous videos was shit.
Yeah, it's like, what do you do? Don't do this again. Yeah.
Exactly.
Do this, yes. This one, don't do it. Yeah.
But I'm actually like trying to figure out like my whole plan for next year.
Okay.
So next year I want to do like a separate actual podcast.
Beautiful.
Sit down, which will be like detached from my YouTube, and that will hopefully give
like
me
a separate channel.
Exactly. Well, just like keeping it separated. So like the podcast would like, would basically be like only podcast.
Okay.
And then trying to like maybe another channel if I want to put it like some videos.
You have a shorts channel.
I just started it too. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So what's the process, the thought process behind the shorts channel, man? Take your time. Eat. Yeah. Because I was going through. I mean, I like try to deep dive and see what's going on. I saw your Chinese vlog with Ingwo99, right?
Yeah.
And Amy, right? So actually, I started my restaurant in Danshui way back. So I remember when we were just kind of moving on our way out from Danshui to Tianmu, she opened in Yingzhuanlu, like one of the sort of night market streets. Yeah. So it's good. I'm glad. It's nice to see her doing well. Yeah, she's expanding and stuff. It's cool. It's cool to see. Yeah.
I mean, both of you guys, like, it's just amazing places. And I'm so happy that it's like, at least it appears to be very successful businesses.
It's it's been pretty good. Like it's been basically it's been a 15-year road. So we started in a night market. Hola. Sorry, that means somebody's here. We started in a night market in Danshui, and we started with a stand. It was all right. It was a lot of work. Food business is pretty rough. It's a pretty rough business.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, my buddy, really good friend of mine, you might be watching. They did the German Christmas market this past weekend. And they've been prepping for a couple months, and we set them up with the beers, and they did sausage and all this. It's cool stuff. And we went to support them, and they were so packed. And then just to see him, like he was just like his mind was gone. He was just like, "Holy shit, this is crazy!" I'm like, "Yeah, man, that's one day, dude. This is nuts." Yeah. So they had a 3-day market, and they were just like you could see like. He was gone. Holy crap! I can't believe you do this all the time. I'm like, well, you get used to it, but it is a crazy business. Yeah,
I have such mad respect for like restaurant owners and teachers. I feel like those two are like the absolute worst. But it's also like those two that are like loving their jobs the most. I think
you have to. I think you really have to like it because there's just so much crazy stuff that goes on. Like we make everything here in house. All the sauces. We make the flour tortillas here. We grind the corn, local Taiwanese corn for the corn tortillas. We do everything here, so it works out great. It tastes way better, but it's also super labor intensive.
And then you're complaining that it's like hard work to edit videos.
Yeah, well, yeah. Well, because the funny thing is, we used to have a little office, right, and had an office staff, and we'd go into the office, and I mean, like I can do like 12 hours in the kitchen, like no problem, and then be like, okay, I'm good. But I would go to the office and sit for like 2-hour meeting or 3-hour meeting and be on the computer, and then I'm just like, then my head is kind of spinning like, whoa, man, I got to go for a walk or something because it's crazy. Yeah, so I don't know, it's weird. Yeah.
Yeah, and I had a summer job as a bartender once.
Okay.
Like 3 months.
Yeah.
It was the greatest motivation in my life because I was like, I went right back to school, back to my studies, and I was
I'm never doing that again.
I need better grades.
Yeah. No, it's good, man. It's crazy because. Yeah, I mean, I always tell people, they talk about, the mandatory army and stuff like that. I'm like, you should put mandatory in the restaurant. Like, put them forget the army, in the restaurant. Come to the restaurant, start them on a Friday. Let's go.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
It will also teach them how to be like better restaurant guests, I think.
It's true. It's true because my buddy, he's always joking like, hey, how come my beer's taking, 10 minutes or whatever. So then when I went to visit him, I'm like, where's my beer, man? Where's my beer? Exactly. There's a lineup of like 50 people. I'm like, I don't care about them. I want my beer. He's just like, oh. It was awesome. Yeah. It's a little bit of payback. Yeah. It's beautiful stuff, man.
Oh, man.
But yeah, the restaurant business is a crazy business. So yeah, but it is doable. It's just, it's a long road, man. It's a very long road. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Man. Super nice though. I think you have come a much longer way than I have on my YouTube with your.
I started the restaurant, like I said, with a stand, and then a really small restaurant, then a medium size, and then this one. I mean, this is, for me, it's big. I probably wouldn't go bigger than this, because every time you upgrade, it's like everybody's like, wow, new place, big place. And then you come in and it's overwhelming, and then you piss off everybody because they have to wait so long, and it's crazy. So this size, perfect. Anything bigger, no way. If I were to do another one, maybe it would be smaller. when I had two for a while, and then we went back to one, I was like, holy, this is so easy. This is great. Oh my gosh, I love one. Yeah. And everyone's like, you should put one here. You should put one there. I'm like, no. I'm very happy with one right now. Yeah. Enjoying my life. Yeah.
Amy said the same thing. I just met her like during my Chinese vlog.
Yeah, I saw it.
She was also like, you know, because I was like, what's your dream? What's your goal? Like, how many restaurants? And she's like, no. This is amazing.
More than enough. Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah.
Like, I've had two, and then it's just all your free time. Like, someone calls in sick, or something happens, or somebody quits. You're like, boom, you're back in there, and you're like, okay, do that for a while, and then you train someone up, and everything's good, and you have maybe one staff out of 20 that's maybe had a bad day, or they're unhappy. And then it's just like, and then everyone starts to think, oh yeah, it is too much work. Oh, it does kind of suck here. Oh yeah, Eddie is kind of an asshole. Oh really? Okay. And then it's just like everyone quits. You're just like, oh my gosh. And then they go somewhere else and they realize, holy crap, it was pretty good there. Yeah. But a lot of times Taiwanese don't want to lose face. So some will come back and some won't. And they'll tell me like 10 years later, I should have went back. That was the best thing. I'm like, told you, man. Yeah, but it's a crazy business, man. But again, the YouTube thing is amazing. YouTube is super competitive. I mean, there's, I think, maybe only a handful of foreigners that are doing really well on YouTube, and you're one of them, brother. So that's amazing, brother. I congrats on that, man. I'm gonna pull up a picture here, and then we'll I think you did another podcast, right? Was this another podcast you went on? Is that? I scoured your Instagram, and I'm just.
So I had a cooperation with the Moshi Cafe.
Okay.
That place. So I was like shooting some episodes there. Okay. And also helping my friends. So they had a podcast together.
Oh, they had a podcast. Okay.
And then they wanted to just like go from podcast to like YouTube. So I was just like helping them out to like kind of like launch them and just like meeting other like creative-minded people.
Beautiful.
Too, yeah.
So what do you think of the like the community here? Like, it seems that it's a small kind of community, but I don't know. What's your opinion on like the foreigner YouTuber community here? So you seem to know most of them.
You do. You end up knowing like most of them. But there's also like different like generations.
Okay.
So it's like when I started, then I did not know anyone which was like below like 100,000 because like they didn't show up like when I was like Googling or like searching on YouTube.
Sure.
So you have like this older generation who's like still doing it with like 500K plus.
Yeah, I've seen some of those. Yeah.
And then you have like kind of like my generation with people who I have like grown up with.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
So
sure.
like Wesley Davies is one of like my closest friends.
Yeah.
And also like my roommate now, like Francois Devatine, who's like Yuan.
Okay.
He's a French guy.
He's your roommate. I've seen his stuff. Yeah. Well, that's cool. Okay.
So it's like all the three of us like started in Taiwan. Like within 3 months.
Really? Okay.
So then we all went up to like 5,000 subscribers, 10,000 subscribers, 15,000 subscribers. So we've all done this
all together.
Exactly.
Oh, it's
so
beautiful.
we've all done this journey together.
Okay, that's cool.
And it's like you go through like different phases. Like we have, I mean, I cannot speak for them, but I definitely see them as like both my competitors.
Sure, of course.
And like also my inspiration and just like, of course, friends first.
Sure, of course,
but
of course.
Yeah, you kind of need to have like at least someone to like bounce ideas off or just like to keep you like motivated and like grow to make sure you continue posting up like videos all the time.
Yeah.
So
it's actually, I mean, to the people who are maybe not doing it, it's like, oh, he's a YouTuber. It's an easy thing, right? It's actually super hard. I mean, it's fun though.
Like this depends though, because like, you know,
got to be very disciplined, right?
Exactly. Okay. But it's also like a lot of people are YouTubers.
Yeah.
Because like that just means like you're posting content on this platform.
Yeah.
So it all depends on like, you know, what are you doing on YouTube? Like, for example, like most of the foreigners here in Taiwan, we're like travel YouTubers. So we're traveling around, and there's just so much that goes behind the scenes, you know? Like, we spend like one whole weekend, 3 days, 2 nights, to make like a 10-minute video.
People don't see that, right?
Exactly.
I think that a good thing about you is you're doing really well on all the platforms, like your Facebook and your Instagram. It seems to have all like different and your YouTube, obviously, they all have different content, right? Like, so what's kind of the secret to, or what's your sort of rule of thumb for what you should put on Facebook, what you should put on YouTube, what you should put on Instagram?
Oh, you have way too high thoughts of me.
No, man, it's really good because I'm just, whenever I post something, I'm like, well, that looks good. Post everywhere. And it's the same thing. And I'm like, that doesn't work.
It's kind of like, I mean, so there's different like levels. And I feel like I can give you the answer of how it is now, but it wouldn't represent like my first 3 years because like it's so dynamic and it changes a lot. So like it all started off with like, you know, you just go out and just spend your weekend doing your normal stuff. Like for me, it was like, you know, go out and find a waterfall. And you bring your camera and you record on the way. And like it's very easy and it's like it doesn't really interact with your life. And you just like post it on afterwards when you come home. But after a while, you kind of start to like, you have to plan. There's like a switch when you start to plan your weekends.
It's one of my questions,
based on the content. Instead of like you just making content of your already scheduled like normal weekend. So there's definitely a switch like that. And then same with like posting like on Instagram or Facebook or YouTube. Because honestly, I only care about YouTube.
Sure. Everything is like a funnel to YouTube,
exactly.
Right?
So like everything else that I do, like my second YouTube channel, I even have
shorts,
a TikTok account now. And my Facebook and Instagram. It's just trying to get people to go into YouTube. But it's very hard to get people like cross-platform.
It's across,
it's like impossible.
Take care, guys. Thank you.
Especially like my YouTube audience is older Taiwanese, and they don't know what Instagram is. Like they're Facebook is new to them. And then Instagram, they're just like nothing. So it's just very hard. It also depends on what kind of audience you have and what kind of content you're making too. But I just trying to like basically promote my
it's
my
like
YouTube.
A funnel, right? It's like everything goes into YouTube.
Exactly.
But it looks good because it seems to all be like different content for different platforms, which looks great. Works great.
It's, like I found someone on Instagram who's been following my Instagram for like 2 years. Without knowing I was a YouTuber.
Really? Wow.
So then they just left
They're like, hey, you should start a YouTube channel.
They just left a comment because like sometimes like the Taiwanese like media would take like snippets of a YouTube channel and post it on the news.
I've seen that, right?
So then like they would just left a comment on like my Instagram saying like, hey, you were on the news.
Check this out.
And then it's like,
that's one.
There we go.
There's
one. That's one. That was like
one.
Pride 2019, I think.
Was it? Okay. It's really cool. Keep going. I just want to pull the picture up. So it's just like, you just assume because like, you know, I have more followers on YouTube. So then you just think that my entire Instagram following must be people from YouTube as well. But there's like completely like different like audiences. I think well, let's grab this one and we'll keep going. So this is a Chipotle,
Chipotle like go first this time.
I'll take the top one here, So in my experience with a restaurant, I mean, the restaurant's 15 years old. So for when we want to do an event, like it is not trying to be like rude or insulting or anything, but we use Facebook because Facebook seems to be like 35, 40 and up. Right? And then because if we put it to Instagram, it seems to be like, you know, 20s, maybe early 30s, you know, sort of late 20s. And then they're not coming in for like the big buffets or the big, you know, the big, they're kind of, the spending power is maybe less. So we push more on Facebook, right? Because Facebook seems to have a little bit more of the people with spending power. Like let's say, you know, grandmas or whoever, they probably have some kind of Facebook where they can chat with, at least have Messenger. They can chat with their kids or whatever, or Line, right? But Line, I don't know how to send anything to Line, right? But Yeah, so Facebook seems to do well, but for us, like if we use Instagram, it seems to hit like a lower crowd, like a lower age bracket. Yeah. And it seems to be harder to monetize for me, the Instagram. But Facebook, you can do an event, you can do like a lookalike audience, you can do some kind of an ad where you're getting people in, certain like targeted audience, and be like, boom, these guys like this, they like that, they're this age. But if you do Instagram, in my experience, it's like, oh, it's always a failure for me. Yes.
Yeah, and then like also as a content creator too, because like Facebook, it's a little bit more interaction. Like you have events, you have groups. It's still like somewhat of a social media platform. Yeah. Whereas Instagram is just like one flow. You know, you just like swipe. Yeah. Oh, there's a hot girl. Let me double tap, and then you continue swiping. Yeah. So it's like they don't really stay for more than like a split second.
True. But what about like TikTok? You said you just started TikTok. How's your experience with that?
Yeah, no, I don't know, man.
Because the Catapult guys are like, you gotta have TikTok. I'm like, I don't know what to do with that. You know, it's kind of like shorts, but I do some shorts, but they're not really picking up.
So I only do TikTok again, just to like trying to funnel it back into YouTube.
Sure, of course.
So if you're already subscribing to my YouTube, there's like absolutely zero new content on TikTok or my shorts. Okay. It's just trying to like trick the algorithms. Okay. Because like so my first weekend on TikTok, I got 2,000 subscribers. Wow. In a weekend, like 2 days.
That's amazing.
And then in the week following, I got another 1,000. So I've been doing it.
And you're like, oh, this is easy. All right.
So I've been doing it for a week, and I have like 3,000 followers. Okay. It took me like 3 months to get that there on YouTube.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But it also comes down to like what's the point? You know, it's like. Now I'm just talking like from a business perspective because like actually now it's my job on YouTube.
Well, you were saying you're full time now.
Yeah, so now it's like full time. So now I just like switched again. Okay. I mean, just like
next level in the mindset.
Yeah. So it's like, and again, like it's hard to talk about like YouTubers in Taiwan because we're all doing YouTube for different reasons. The only thing we have in common is like we put out videos in the same place. You know, it's like saying that all restaurant owners likes the same food. Yeah, no, it's definitely so it's not. Yeah. So it all depends on like what's the purpose. And for me now, it's to
income. You got to survive now.
It's to make money.
Of course.
And to get there, you have to make videos that people want to watch. And I'm very fortunate. I'm very lucky because the only thing I wanted to do from the beginning was just to make videos. Okay. Whereas some other people. You know, they're hikers from the beginning. Okay. And then they want to record videos from their hike. Okay. So for them to go to like a night market would be like out of the question because they were hikers first. Yeah. Whereas it's like it's not their comfort zone, but you've done everything. I'm just like video. Like every video, if you want me to make a video about like, you know, a clothing store in Korea. Okay. I'll be just as happy. Let's go. As if I would do it from like hiking like Teapot Mountain or something. Okay. Because I like the whole process of recording, see myself on the screen and just like edit. Okay. So, that's cool. No, I think, when I started, I started a couple episodes and it's hard to start something new, right? Especially when you're like the restaurant guy for like 15 years and then people are like, you're doing a podcast? I'm like, yeah. And, you know, and a lot of people are very like supportive. They're like, what are you going to do? I'm like, well, it's kind of like Hot Ones, kind of like Joe Rogan. It's kind of like, it's going to be long form. These are my favorite two things, right? I'm like, I love it. It's got to have food. We debated, should we do tacos? Should we do wings? I'm like, okay, well, so we decided let's do the wings because we were going to do it on a Wednesday at the beginning. And then I thought... Oh, so Wednesday's like wing night. Wednesday's wing night, half-price wings, right? So Wednesday was really slow, right? So like, let's do Wednesday. We recently moved it to Tuesday because my daughter has a half day on Wednesday. Oh. And so... I'd rather spend the day with my daughter, right? So it's like, so we hang out on Wednesdays and it's great because Tuesday's like all dedicated to this and it's fun, man. I love it. But I remember one guy, he was saying, well, let me ask you a question, Ed. And I'm thinking, and he's one of those really sarcastic guys, right? And I'm thinking, oh God, what's he going to say? And he's like, does the world really need another podcast? That's what he said to me. I'm just like,
Oh man, I appreciate the support, man.
That's
Thank
amazing,
you so much. Yeah, and he's just like literally like looking at me, and I thought, man, we'll see. I guess I said, you know what, we'll see. I guess I said I'll do it for a couple years, and we'll see what happens. And it's growing slowly, but it's fun. I love it,
so
and
much
I get
fun.
to meet people, and I mean, I get to meet other restaurant owners and entrepreneurs and YouTubers, content creators, professional MMA fighters, comedians. We had
So cool.
I don't know if you watched WWF or WWE when you were a kid or
I did it growing up. Yeah.
So I watched that growing up. There was the first like Asian sort of American woman who was in WWE, Zeta Jang, and she was here visiting. And I'm pretty close with like the MMA community guys, and she's a BJJ girl. So they're like, dude, you gotta get her on. And I'm like, okay, come on. And so she came on, was great. Like she was just at like this big Asian American Expo in like California, like 2 days ago, with the people from Shang-Chi. Like it was a huge event, and it was just like, it's really cool. Like the mix of people that you get to meet, especially with a restaurant. Like you get college students, you get YouTubers, you get CEOs and CFOs, you get like billionaires coming in, and then they're just like, hey, can we, we just want to book the place out for the night. How much? And they're like, okay, no problem. It's just the range of people. You're just like, whoa. And it's crazy. It's crazy. So sometimes you get to chat and you just think, wow, this is a great conversation. I wish I had recorded it. So from then on, I'm like, now I record it.
Perfect.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
So much.
Cool.
And again, like, you've been doing this for like 2 years.
Yeah, it's been over 2 years.
And it's like, you need to have like a passion for it as well. Like,
yeah.
you cannot go in with it thinking like, I have to
I'm
grow
going to be
this.
the next Logan Paul or whatever. I'm like, no.
Exactly.
You don't
so
have
like,
that.
you just
I don't
have to
that.
enjoy like the entire process.
Yeah.
Otherwise, like, you're going to fail like
way,
way early.
Like when I started, I seen another few sort of pop up, different podcasts pop up here and there. And then I'm like, oh, that looks like a cool one. All right. And then, you subscribe and you check it out. And then like episode 5 and that's it. They stopped.
Yeah.
Because it's like the restaurant. Like it's you got to think of it as like another business, like something you need to it's a baby. You need to build. I mean, this is what I think. You need to build it. Like with the restaurant, I know a lot of people. I know a lot of chefs, 5-star chefs, like cordon bleu chefs, way better cooks than me. But their restaurants fail because it's so much more. Like you've got the customer service and the staff training and just the interactions and the way you deal with like a 1-star review and just then the marketing. And it's crazy. So doing the YouTube thing, I'm just doing like the video podcast and I'm trying to put little clip videos together. But then I see like your channel and it's like vlogs and podcasts and like almost everything. And I think it's amazing because it's just like, yeah, I mean, I would love to do stuff like that as well, but it's just I can't run out of time, I next year want to add some things onto the channel as well. Big fan of Anthony Bourdain, right? Who's like, he's kind of like a chef guy, but he goes out to restaurants and I know not all, but a good amount of the restaurant owners here. And I would love to take my, my Rode Procaster and our Podcast Pro and just take it out there and just like couple mics and just bam in their restaurant or in their kitchen and be like, let's have a podcast in your kitchen.
Amazing.
So yeah, that's the plan.
Let me
man.
know when that happens. I'll bring my
You're
camera
in.
gear.
Okay,
and
perfect.
Just, like,
let's do it.
Let's do it.
Okay, we'll definitely do it, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
for sure. Like
I love it.
Like that. Yeah.
And I think that there's just when you do the restaurant for a long time. I mean, when you're new, it's like, oh, you're on the newspaper in Taipei Times and everything's bang, 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 bang. But when you do it for a long time, you kind of become old news. And it's like, I haven't had a newspaper or anything come here for 10 years. But I mean, it's no big deal. But that's another reason why I think, I also have friends with long-term restaurants that are great. And I'm like, well, let's talk about it. Let's talk about the show. Let's talk about, whatever you're doing. So it's pretty cool, man. So kind of all combined into one, and then just love Joe Rogan. And I love that he brings like the UFC fighters on and then like a restaurant guy on and then like a comedian. And then all of a sudden he brings Elon Musk, it's like, it's such a range. And I think that's so cool. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah, no, but I mean, I'm talking about that as well. Cause like, I would just love that my podcast would like, it's it's just tough. Like, I'm not gonna complain that my podcast is not as appreciated as my videos.
Okay, sure.
But it's also like, your time is limited.
Yeah.
So it just comes down to like,
yeah,
should I be doing this? That, if I'm lucky, 50,000 people are gonna watch.
Yeah, yeah.
Or should I spend the same amount of time to make a podcast so 800 people can listen?
Yeah,
so
no, it's for sure.
It's tough. It's tough. But I would love to.
Well, you're kind of like almost like a victim of your success. You're like, well, 50,000 views is normal for you, whereas for a podcast that's a lot.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's not bad. That's pretty awesome, man. Yeah. But yeah, I mean. Tough. And I also got to meet other people and go on their podcast. Some of the guys from ICRT and stuff, Trevor and John and stuff like that.
Yeah,
they all know you, and it's cool because it's like a really small community. And
especially because I met Trevor must have been like 8-9 years ago.
Oh, that long?
We made
wow.
made a commercial together.
Really? Oh, those are awesome. I remember those days, the commercial days.
Yes.
I did a couple Heineken ones way back in the day. Yeah. It's funny.
But it's weird too because I only met him once. Maybe we did 2 commercials together.
Okay.
9 years ago.
Okay.
And then I just randomly saw him made he's also doing TikTok.
Okay. Yeah. That's right. That's right.
So then I just came across him when I wanted to do what is TikTok,
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, it's him. And I was like, it felt natural to me to reach out to him.
Sure.
Because I saw him once 9 years ago.
It's crazy, right? Like, hey, remember that video?
We both live in Taiwan as foreigners.
Yeah.
So you have this bond right away.
Sure.
You just need to find them.
I agree. Yeah.
No, I just feel like if you just have seen a foreigner in Taipei or Taiwan, then you automatically just you will become friends.
Yeah.
Because it's all the same kind of people.
I think especially the people that are doing podcasts and doing YouTube and stuff like that, when you meet them, when I went to the other guys and I'm first of all geeking out over their gear. I'm like, this is fantastic. I love it. And we chat and it's just you can chat forever.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'm like, well, we need to stop now. But yeah, it's just crazy because you just don't, you know the same thing and you talk about algorithms and analytics and stream decks and dynamic microphones and stuff that nobody else cares about. It seems like, right? You talk to somebody else about that. They're like, what are you talking about? Yeah.
But what's scary as well, because I know a lot of very successful YouTubers who also have no clue.
Okay.
And they not
just kill it with a cell phone. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And then they're they're just doing all these kind of random stuff anyway. Yeah. And then they're like, oh, what was your your click-through rate? And they're like, what are you talking about? I have no idea,
Yeah.
So it's different levels of how analytic you wanna go to.
But it's also crazy how some stuff on YouTube can just become viral. There's for example this one YouTube channel, it's a Korean family, and they eat. They don't even talk. The camera's there at the table, and they have huge meals, and they eat, and they just kind of slurping away.
I hate that.
And then I saw my wife and daughter watching that one time. I'm like, the hell are you guys watching? And then she's like, oh yeah, I was just watching this. And I'm like, why? Yeah. And she's like, well, that's we're just watching it. And I said, who the hell watches that? And then you see it's millions of views.
Exactly.
Millions of views. What?
And it's
crazy.
A friend of mine is following this couple bloggers, whatever.
Okay.
And then she would spend a good 10 minutes watching a couple on YouTube watching TV. And I'm like,
really?
This is
so it's just it's the Matrix.
Exactly. And it's oh my God, we have just gone full circle now. As a species, we're doomed,
We're watching people watch TV.
Yeah.
Wow, no, I can't say I've ever done that. That's amazing.
Yeah,
wow,
so
wow.
Whatever you want to create, just put it out there. I guarantee you that
somebody's going to want to watch it, right?
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. Let's grab the next one, yeah? Good, keep going.
How does it work now? Because I'm really interested in this drink here.
Just, yeah.
But is it do
no,
I
no,
lose
man.
If I,
Whenever
if I,
you want. No, there's no...
It's not because it's too spicy. I just want to...
No. Yeah, don't stir it up. So that's horchata, man. Try it out.
So what was the name again?
Horchata.
Horchata.
Yeah.
And to say it with a Spanish accent.
Horchata. So basically, horchata is hey guys, it's basically rice water, milk, vanilla, sugar, cinnamon, and so it's a really Mexican drink. Yeah,
it's so good.
It's really Mexican.
Yeah.
Well, if you love cinnamon, yeah, for sure you're gonna like it. Yeah. So it's horchata, man. Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Yeah. Well,
amazing.
I think it's Well, the Mexicans say it's Mexican, but then when you meet a Spaniard, the Spaniard's like, no, you stole it from Spain, and you're just like, okay, I just like it. Yeah, this is Korean. This is a little bit of a jump from that one.
Okay.
But yeah, whew, there you go. Can you smell it? There you go.
I'm just gonna prepare like.
Buona. Can you okay round 2? Thanks, bud. Yeah. I love this one.
It's like kimchi or like just like
So we used to have a guy that worked at a Korean restaurant before, and I told him I love Korean wings. So it's like this red Korean paste. Like it's kind of a weird recipe, but it's I don't know. That's how they make it. I tweaked it a little bit. I made it a little bit spicier, and got it. Thanks, man. And that's it. So it's going to be a little spicier. So I like spicy, but it has to taste good too. Like I had some of the, thanks, man. Some of the really spicy ones, but the taste is not good. Like I like it to taste good.
Yeah, I went through like the hot ones episode. Now I don't have any YouTuber friends left because they've all attended the show, but. And he has got like incredibly spicy and like not flavorful at all. But this is like
yeah, for sure. I tried some of them and they're
a little bit too spicy for my taste.
Okay, well that's about halfway. These ones are a little bit more than that. So. But they taste good.
But it's good. It tastes good.
Yeah,
for sure. Whew.
Well, that's why we have the milk and the horchata. So. Now that you're full-time, right?
Yes.
How many hours a day do you spend like editing? Do you say, okay, like today I'm like a 9-to-5 guy, I'm going to do a 9-to-5, or you just do it until you're tired, or what's your typical daily schedule like?
I would say
as a full-time YouTuber, yeah.
In terms of just like YouTube in general, it's 9 a.m. to midnight.
Okay,
it's like all day long.
That makes sense, yeah.
But then
it's your business.
It's my business.
It's your business, yeah.
So
people don't understand that, yeah.
When it was not my full-time job, it was my hobby.
Okay.
And now I'm just lucky enough to
make the jump.
That's
unbelievable.
So, but it's still just as fun.
Yeah, sure. So it's got to be rewarding. You said 3 weeks ago you made the jump. Now you're full-time. Yeah. Which is amazing, because I think that's something that not that many people reach. Like everybody kind of aspires for that, but it's not an easy thing to do. So you just hit that. Congratulations. So now, how has things changed for you with your schedule?
So right now, I kind of took like December trying to figure out my schedule. To be honest, right now, I feel like I'm a little bit like, when you're playing around in the waves and like there's a huge wave that grabs you and you don't really realize which way is up.
Yeah, that's a business right there, for sure. That's a business, yeah.
The restaurant owner can relate.
That is, yeah, for sure. Okay.
So that's how I feel. So it's like... Still trying to figure out. Okay. But I just love to... I just need to feel productive.
Yeah,
I just need to work nonstop.
Have you felt any change, like maybe in discipline? Because before you only have this little window to do it, and now you've got the whole day. Is there any kind of change in mindset, discipline?
Exactly. Okay. It's hard.
I'm sure it is, yeah.
So I'm 32 years old. And
dude, you look young as hell, man. Yeah, you are still young, but you look like 25. Okay.
So,
yeah.
But so all up until like 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
I have always lived after someone else's schedule. I've been to school.
Sure.
And then it was like straight into like studying like Chinese.
Like employee almost, right?
And then becoming an employee. I never took like a gap year.
Okay, wow.
So I have always had someone else to tell you. So, I mean, of course you have like a summer break. But
sure, of course,
But it's like, it's a 10-week summer break. And then you're going to be back.
Okay.
But now it's the first time in 32 years where like my calendar is like empty. It's empty. It's a blank sheet. I don't have nothing. Okay. That I have to do. Okay. Which is super scary. It feels like you're swimming up in like a big ocean without seeing land.
The discipline is crazy when you like it's your business now. It's your life. So discipline is huge. It's huge. Yeah.
So we'll see.
Because you can do nothing for a week, no problem. No one's going to say anything. Or you can, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's also why I'm kind of like experimenting with like the new like TikTok, YouTube Shorts.
For sure.
Trying to find my place in like the podcasts.
Okay, beautiful.
And see, I also want to kind of like optimize it. Like, how can I like, you know, gain the most without having to spend like that much extra time?
Of course, yeah.
So I'm still trying to figure that out.
Okay.
But yeah, in terms of like actual hours.
Okay.
Like, you know, this morning I was up at 9 a.m.
Okay.
And I'm recording a video.
Okay.
And then I had Francesca come visiting.
Oh, Francesca! Hey, Francesca! I love Francesca. Yeah.
So she gave me some advices for the wings.
Okay. Oh, did she?
Yeah.
She did well. She's awesome on Instagram. Oh my gosh, her Instagram is fantastic.
Yeah. No, exactly.
Yeah.
So,
okay. Yeah.
So today I recorded like 2 videos, and then
and one went live, right? Like one went up. Like you launched one today, right?
So, that's another thing too. Like.
Because I mean,
honestly, I was on my scooter on the way here.
Yeah.
And then
I got a notification. I'm like, what? Yeah.
Yeah, and me too. And like I guess technically I should not say that sometimes when I'm like on the road, I would just like at a traffic light.
It's like
I would kind of like check like my YouTube stats.
Okay, yeah.
Like just to see like, you know.
Yes, I love it.
I check it like once per hour pretty much.
Okay. Wow.
And then like you always see. Like YouTube has this thing in like the back end, so you can see like how your latest video is doing with the views.
Sure.
And I've been fortunate enough to have like a few good videos.
Yeah, for sure.
The better the video is, the more you want to check it just to make sure.
Of course, you're like, oh, you want to see that little thing go up.
Almost got a heart attack because my views like dropped from like 30,000 to like 1,000.
Oh shoot!
And I was
okay.
What happened now? This cannot be right.
Yeah.
But then I totally forgot that I had a video coming out. So it was a new video.
Okay.
Because like, I scheduled my videos like a week ago.
Okay, sure.
So I'm like, I'm behind
smart.
in my schedule.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh damn, I have a new video. I had no idea.
I love it. I love that. Yeah.
No, it's I like the business side of it actually.
Yeah, I think it's great, and it looks like you. Let me pull that up. It looks like you're having some like sponsors and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like you were doing. Shoot, where the heck is that one?
That's amazing. Like a lot of people.
Keep going. It's okay.
A lot of people are like, kind of like against like just sponsored videos in general.
Okay.
I think it's amazing.
No.
Like
I was watching. You did a video with the. Like the Aboriginal Society or something, right?
Yeah.
Like all the Aboriginal, I don't know, the tribes kind of got together and you guys did a video.
Yeah.
That's incredible because I watched that one today and you were saying that, everybody's stuck here. No one can go home for Christmas, right? Usually that's what people do.
Yeah.
But they're stuck here. So now there's a good chance for you to check out Taiwan and you made a video. I thought it was amazing.
Yeah, no, me too.
I thought it was amazing. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
No, so I love this. And it's like, there's so many times like with these like sponsored videos, especially if it's like this travel video.
Yeah.
Like you get invited to these places where you wouldn't even know as a foreigner, you know?
Yeah, I think Francesca's amazing at that. Yeah, like she's.
Yeah, we talked about this as well. She's doing a lot of like with indigenous people as well.
Yeah, I think that's really good. But your video again today, I just thought like, whoa. I don't know much about that because I'm a working guy. I live here. I got my wife and my daughter. So, like, your sort of talking head news update things are fantastic. The camera looks great. The sound is great. And I just think it's great. The subtitles look great. Everything looks great. And I thought, wow, it's great. It's really good. I thought, wow, this is nice. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, the sponsors really, really help too. Because, it's so much like work, you know.
Yeah,
you have to plan everything. You have to like fix the subtitles and all of that. So I just remember like the first like sponsored kind of video that I had was like me asking like Howard Hotel down in Kenting.
Okay.
Like one of my absolute favorite hotel.
Okay. Shout out to the Howard for the sponsorship.
Yeah, no, I love these guys.
Yeah,
and then they were like,
okay.
That's the place where my mom would come here quite often. To visit me. And the few times we would actually have the opportunity to go. There we go.
Hey, all right, I got it.
Beautiful mom.
Yeah. Hi, Mom.
So the few times we would do like a Huandao around the island trip.
Sure.
We would definitely stay in Kenting at like Howard Hotel.
Okay.
So to me, it's kind of become like, you know, it's the symbol of vacation in Taiwan.
Yeah, for sure. Okay.
But then I just reached out, you know, and I was like, hey, you know, if I make a video for you guys, could I maybe stay there for free for a night.
Yeah.
And like they loved it. They were like,
okay,
of
great.
course you can do it. Like, and then so I went there. I had the best time, and like we also got like some like VIP service, and they wanted to show us like places that we've never been able to see otherwise.
Yeah.
And it actually, they loved the video so much, so they're actually playing it in the hotel.
Really?
If you go and check in.
Oh, that's beautiful.
So it's like,
okay.
So like I always get like messages on Instagram like from my subscribers who stays at the hotel, and they're like, "Hey, Lukas, you're in my hotel room."
Oh, that's so cool, man.
I love it. I think it's so
cool. Your first sponsorship, you went and asked. So what was your mindset like, thinking, okay, like did you say, oh, I got to get 10,000 subscribers before I ask, or what was your sort of thought process when you're like, I want to try this?
I think I waited until I had like 5,000.
Okay.
I did not have 10,000.
Okay, I have no idea.
Yeah. But my thought was kind of like, because there's two different types of sponsorships. One is like product or services.
Sure.
And one is like money.
Yeah.
They will pay you.
Yeah.
And like it's because I worked in a company before, and I know like the whole thing was like with cost and margin.
Sure.
So I know that for a company to give you a product that they will sell for like let's say 1,000 NT.
Okay.
Their cost is not 1,000 NT.
No, it's probably like 150
or
something.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably, yeah.
So like when you know that,
and
then you just have to realize how much would actually a commercial, maybe not like TV productions, but it's still a commercial,
Sure,
like
yeah,
YouTube
for sure
video
it
or whatever.
is. My just let me cut you off for 1 second. My daughter has never watched cable TV ever. Only YouTube. That's it.
No, and and then, like,
nothing else.
That's the new generation.
We don't have cable.
Yeah,
because no one watches it.
I haven't watched the TV for like 10 years.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
So it's like,
so you're taking into account YouTube.
Yeah.
Right. It's
and
like
then,
promote. Okay.
And I'm just
and
thinking,
it's a video
like,
they can use forever.
Exactly.
Okay.
So I'm just thinking like because I also had a drone. That was the thing. Like they gave me the confidence.
Okay.
So I bought a drone, thinking that how much would it cost for them to professionally get like someone to fly a drone over their hotel? It will probably be like a lot of money.
Probably, yeah.
Probably more
sure.
what it costs to like make the bed for one night at Howard Hotel.
Exactly. Yeah.
That was my concept.
Okay.
So then I was like, you know what? I make a video, but I will also give you all the files for free.
Okay.
Do whatever you want. If you don't like the way I edit, if you don't want to see my face,
you
still have like a good 20 minutes of drone footage of your hotel.
Okay.
Probably worth something to you. It wasn't.
Sandy, can you close the windows? Sorry. Thank you. Sorry, I don't want to get all the cars.
So I was like, it's obviously not worth anything for me. As soon as I'm done with my video, I'm going to delete it. But it's your hotel. So like you can just take like a screen capture. You can have a photo. You can put it in a brochure or something.
Okay. For sure. And for them, like you stayed a night.
Yeah.
And they're using that video till the end of time.
They used it for 3.5 years.
There you go. Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah. That's beautiful. I love it.
Exactly. And then like,
so anyone who's an aspiring YouTuber, just go ask.
Just ask. And then like, so this was actually part of like my first, like, I hit 5,000 subscribers.
Okay.
And then I thought like, okay, you know what? Now it's time to like start.
It's time to go and start talking to people. Okay.
I don't know. It's just like something I put in my head myself.
You're like, that's my goal. Once I hit 5, I'm going to start talking. Okay.
Yeah, because like at that time, they don't have it right now, but YouTube actually had their own little platform for YouTube creators to be like matched with brands.
I think I seen something about that way back. Yeah,
it was called like YouTube Connect or something. I don't know.
Okay.
And in order to qualify for that, you needed 5,000 subscribers.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, YouTube thinks that you can do brand deals at 5,000.
At 5,000.
Then Howard Hotel should think so too.
Okay. Well, that's good. Because there has to be a number, right? Yeah. Okay.
And then like I actually like my first I just sat down one day. I wrote like one email.
Okay.
And then I like, hi, my name is Lukas, like in Chinese. My name is Lukas. I'm doing this and this and that. Here's a link to my latest video. Like. My best video, of course.
Yeah, of course. You're like, I just chose a random one.
Yeah,
and you're like, bam, which is the best one? Yeah, most views. Yeah.
And then I just asked, Howard Hotel, and then Transcend for like memory cards.
Okay.
A Data for hard drives, like Taiwanese companies.
Yeah, sure. I know those companies.
And STC, they make like lenses for your cameras.
Okay.
So like, or like filters for your lenses.
Okay. Beautiful.
And they're all Taiwanese brands or like, I don't know, hotels.
Okay.
So I was like, I'm making this like introducing Taiwan.
Yeah.
I would love to also introduce Taiwanese companies. It would be like very natural from what I'm doing.
Introduce Taiwan with a Taiwanese lens.
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Right? Yeah.
And
Okay.
I was already using their products. Like I was using like their memory cards. I was using their hard drives.
Okay.
And then I was like, it just makes sense.
Yeah. Of course.
And I just sent an email. And I was like, okay, I'm sending an email to the 5 companies. If just one gets back to me and I save like 1,000 NT for a memory card, I will be
That's
like
great.
the happiest
Super
guy in the world.
happy. Of course.
And all 5 of them replied saying, yeah, sure, no problem. We'll do it.
That's interesting.
So then, I found myself in a position like, shit, now I had to make
Now you have to make your decision?
I have to make 5 sponsored videos now.
Okay.
Without knowing how to make a sponsored video.
That's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
Because when you make videos, I have 2,500 or something. So it's still small, but there has to be a number that you think, because I've had people say, oh, you should get sponsors on that. But I'm like, I have no idea what a number, like I thought it was 10. I have no idea what's a number, a good number to even,
So this is how I see it. Like starting off with a product.
Yeah.
And then like if we have margin, I think like, the average margin for something would be like at least 50%.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So that just means that if they give you one product, and if you happen to sell only one product, thanks to like your like pitch, they have made a profit.
That's
and
true.
you're getting a free product.
Okay.
And you have 2,000 followers.
Yeah.
If 1 out of 2,000 people buy something, they made a profit.
Yeah.
And if they are making, if they claim that the product is good, 1 out of 2,000 people should buy it.
Yeah, for sure.
Just put that in an email, send it to the clients that
really
you
cool,
like,
yeah.
and that you could actually like, that you're using yourself.
Yeah,
because
like,
you don't want to like sell yourself out.
No, for
and
sure,
there's no point of getting like. There's no point of getting a free product for a company you don't like.
Yeah, I agree. So, that makes sense. Yeah.
So with that mindset, it's like 1 out of 2,000. Like they should be interested getting it out there.
Yeah.
And
that's really cool. Yeah.
It's just about like.
Yeah, no, I mean, I never even thought about that until you mentioned it. I thought, well, that's because I just assume, oh, you got to have 10,000 or 20 or who knows, right? Like I never even thought about it because I just buy my stuff. I mean, I'm happy to buy it. Like to be honest, later, I'm going to go pick up another mic because this girl that I know there's this mic. So it's a Shure mic. It looks like, those old Elvis style mics, like those old, like Unidyne. It's like a big silver one, like the big silver meshy ones, like looks really cool. And I looked at it and I checked some reviews out. And it's like 10 or 12,000 NT. And I'm like, this is already fine, right? But I'm like, it looks cool. And then like a week later, someone's like, oh, I just bought this like a month ago and I don't need it. Then I'm like, ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Then I'm like, ooh,
nice.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
And then he's like, well, I just want 8 for it. And I'm like, okay. And then I'll wait a week. And then I wait a week. And I wait a week. And I'm like, okay. So I'm going to pick it up for 5,500 today, right?
Oh, wow.
Tonight. Yeah. I was like, all right, yes. I'm like, yeah. So again, I don't need it. But when I'll sometimes do videos here, like just 1-person videos, but to have like that big sort of Elvis-y sort of like old, I don't know. It's really cool. I just wanted it.
Yeah.
Once in a while, you just want something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I'm like,
for sure.
I'm just going to buy it.
Yeah.
So I'm excited.
You just have to have like, give yourself like a little bit of motivation too. Like,
sure. Yeah.
Like, so that was the thing. Like, that's kind of how I started with everything as well. Like,
okay.
So I started my YouTube channel because I was going to leave Taiwan.
Okay.
And I was also and I was going to leave Taiwan because I find Taiwan being like super boring.
Okay.
Because I just spent all my days at home playing video games.
Okay.
And then, so I mean, it was totally my own fault. And I was like, why do I spend all my time away from my family and my friends playing video games in Taiwan?
Sure.
I can just go back home and play video
games with your friends. Yeah, sure.
So then I was like, starting to kind of feel like I was just like at home way too much. I was getting like way too lazy.
Okay.
So then I was like, you know what? I'm going to go and buy myself a GoPro.
Okay.
For 16,000.
Yeah, beautiful.
And then
Shout out to GoPro, man.
And then
they always have cool stuff. Yeah.
And then I'm going to go and record like my favorite places in Taiwan. Mm-hmm. So
you can keep the memory when you leave.
Exactly. So I can keep the memory and I don't have to ever come back to Taiwan.
Okay. Really cool. Okay.
That was like the mindset.
Okay.
And I was like 16,000. That's like a lot of money.
Yeah.
For something that I don't necessarily need like long term.
Yeah.
But then I was like, you know what? If I can just like find myself to go out on like, 16 trips with the GoPro, then it's 1,000 per trip.
Okay, then it's worth it.
Then it's worth it. Okay. And it will be like,
numbers guy. I like it.
And then I can have like, it will like it's, and I was just comparing like all these calculations in my head. I was like, 1,000 NT for a memory of a weekend.
Okay.
That's pretty cheap.
Yeah.
If you make it into a great weekend.
Sure, of course.
So then I was
then you can remember it all. You got the video. Yeah,
exactly. So I was kind of like, okay, I'm going to go home in 16 weeks.
Okay.
I'm going to make 16 amazing memories.
Beautiful.
That are all going to be worth at least 1,000 NT each.
Okay.
That was like
I love it.
my plan.
That's amazing. Yeah.
And then like, so when I wanted to create these memories, I only had like Teapot Mountain, which is like my favorite place in like Reifang.
Okay.
My absolute favorite hike in Taiwan.
Okay.
And Howard Hotel.
Okay.
Those were the only 2 memories I had.
That's awesome. Okay.
After like 4 years living in Taiwan.
Man,
that was like the only
I know the
thing
feeling.
I wanted.
I know the feeling. Yeah.
So then
Gotta go to the Howard. All right.
I went to like I already had like Teapot Mountain in my head, but then I already knew that my video recording skills, my editing skills, are not good. Like I didn't know anything.
Okay.
So
well, nobody knows when they start.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
So I knew that I needed some like test weekends first. So I purposely did not go to Teapot Mountain the first time.
Okay.
I didn't want to go twice.
You don't want to waste.
That would be stupid.
You were like a test run on something a little bit easier.
So I did a few test runs, and like if you're ever thinking about starting like a traveling YouTube channel, like just go on a test run, go through the entire process with like recording and editing, because then you will know how bad you are. You're going to be bad. You're going to be bad.
It's going to be bad. But okay. Straight from the pro here.
You need to have it.
You have to be bad before you're good.
Exactly.
Okay.
And you have to like go through the whole editing process.
Okay.
Because then you see not like how bad you are, but also what you are bad at.
Okay.
And then the second time you can take notes and you can say like, for example, like do an introduction.
Okay.
It's like, once you are going to go there and like you're going to go to like, let's say Teapot Mountain, it's not natural to take a break in the middle of the hike and explain to people, I'm going to go and do this hike.
Okay.
Because once you're there in the moment, it's obvious that you're going to go take the hike.
Yeah.
I just like record and I think that the message goes through.
Okay.
But when you rewatch it like a week later and you're going to edit it, you're like,
I should have done that.
Why did I record this? This doesn't make any sense. And now there's like a waterfall. Why is there a waterfall? And then it's like a little hike.
Yeah.
So like, that's when you realize that all the different things that you need.
Okay.
So
your advice to somebody who's thinking about doing maybe YouTube or travel videos or vlogs, just go make some bad videos first, and then you'll learn how to get better.
Exactly. Just go through the entire process, and that's the thing too. Like with my podcast or my TikTok, like you think that I would know how to do a podcast after doing like 3.5 year YouTube, but it's like I wanted to treat it completely differently.
Sure, of course.
And it is completely different.
Yeah.
But again, it was like the same concept there.
Okay.
I was like, this is what I want to do. I'm always going to try it and see if it works.
Yeah. That sounds good.
Now I'm kind of like in the process where I'm realizing it's not really working. It's too much work for me right now to continue doing it like how I'm currently doing it.
Understand.
So now I'm in the process of like trying to find how to improve it for like next year.
Okay.
So, even after 3.5 years,
beautiful.
You're still making bad content. Which is just how you develop and how you improve.
Okay. Well, that happened. Yeah, it just sounds to me like a business.
Yeah, I'm sure. Like the
restaurant,
if you want to try a new recipe, like
for sure.
It's not good the first try.
Like I make the recipes. So for what we do is I'll make a recipe. Like let's say right now it gets colder. People want soup. Okay, Mexican soups are really big and like hearty and time consuming and filling and high cost. That doesn't work in Taiwan, because Taiwan, they want to have their little pumpkin soup or whatever,
which is amazing.
Which is amazing, right? So I'm like, why am I going to keep pushing these big soups? And then so I made pumpkin soup. I made a great pumpkin soup. I'm like, I never made pumpkin soup before, but I made it with the thought process of how I make my hot sauce, right? So we get the garlic and the simmer, all this stuff. And it turned out incredible. Our pumpkin soup was flying. Like almost every day, I'm gonna have to make another batch of pumpkin soup because it's selling so well. And then, you know, you're going to get the people that come in, they're like, what the heck, pumpkin soup at a Mexican place? But I'm like, the pumpkin soup is for the people that come in. They want to have a little soup before their meal because a Mexican soup is a meal. Mm-hmm. It's like a massive bowl and it's incredible. But then I have to sell soup for like the price of a main dish. And I've done that and it doesn't work.
Right.
No one buys it, right? So I'm like, just a little soup. And it's been great. I did a cauliflower soup. We did tomato soup and a pumpkin soup. And the pumpkin one is outselling everything like 10-1 and it's good. I mean, put some fresh ginger and it's all fresh veg, right? And it's great. And local pumpkins, local everything. This is great. Pumpkin soup. Like people are like, what the hell? Pumpkin soup? But then when they have it, they're like, okay, it's good. So it's weird, but it's good. It's just weird, a business, right? Mm. So I haven't taught anybody else how to make the pumpkin soup yet because I'm like 95% happy with it. But when I have it, then I'll teach the staff to make it, and then I delegate off the pumpkin soup. But for now, I still make it myself. Yeah, that's the process of a new recipe, basically. Yeah. Long story short, it's crazy. It's weird. It's
so
crazy.
Interesting. Like, it's so weird too. Like, because I love the whole like business aspect and like the operation side. Mm-hmm. I'm terrible when it comes to food. Like I love eating.
Yeah,
but,
sure.
I have like no interest in like cooking.
And learning to cook, yeah.
But in Taiwan, they're like crazy about it. Like it's so hard. Like especially from a YouTube section, you know, like
everybody's like, you got to do cooking stuff.
Exactly. People just love to watch like
cooking
food.
stuff.
Like the food culture compared to Sweden.
Yeah,
and it's the same in like Mexico, I'm sure.
Sure, the food. It's
it's a big thing. But in Sweden, it's more like. It's just fuel before we do whatever we're supposed to do. For sure.
I think in Taiwan, one of the cool things is eating out is not expensive, right?
Yeah.
So you can eat out like every day, or if you want to, you could probably eat out every day, right? I remember when I was a single guy, I did eat like almost every single meal. Even though I cooked, I still almost every meal ate out, right? Mm. Now I'm married and stuff. We still eat out, but we eat here a lot. But even that, I don't cook that much at home because
you're cooking all day.
You don't have to. I'm cooking all day, right? And then I just don't want to, right?
Yeah.
But you can go out and you can get some like xiaolong bao or something for cheap, and it's super good too. Like this is great. So I love the food here. The food culture is good. Yeah. Let's grab one, man. Are you good?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? People are always like, oh, the podcast, it's too long, blah blah blah. It's already over an hour.
Oh, really?
Isn't that crazy?
Oh, wow.
Time flies, right? It's just crazy, right? We're halfway.
I love this.
It's crazy, right? So grab the green one. So this one is made with fresh jalapenos.
Okay.
Right? And time flies, right? It's absolutely crazy. It's fresh jalapenos. So this is going to be hotter than the other one.
I love jalapenos.
So we can occasionally get fresh jalapenos from a farm here a few times a year. And when we get them, we make hot sauce. And we also make jalapeno poppers. So, which is like a cheese stuffed jalapeno that's fried. Yeah. So, but this is this is one of my favorites.
Wow. Mm-hmm. This is so good.
Thanks, man.
But so all of these ones are like on your menu.
Yep.
The sauce we're now.
Yep.
Nice.
So we make everything. The next one is made by Empress Hot Sauce. So we'll talk about that when we get to that one. But yeah, man. I don't know. I love it. So I thought about doing cooking videos, but also if I were to do that, I do that all day anyways. So I'm not going to enjoy it.
Right.
Like this, even if this channel grows really slow, this is fantastic. Having a great chat, having a drink, have some food, sweating a little bit, right?
Yeah.
Little zoom on that action right there, Whew. I love it, and I've been doing the restaurant for 15 years. Like I said, I love it. But I don't want to just be like, I feel it's one dimensional if I just do the food all the time, right? So I want to do more stuff. I love it, man. How is it? Spicier than the Korean, I think, right?
Yeah.
So
I know. I love this from the beginning, but this just starts tasting better and better.
It's better and better, yeah, for sure. Mm. So how do you decide, like, what inspires you to create a new video, like a new topic? You're like, I gotta have this. Let's do it.
I wish I had a good answer to this.
No, I'm just the truth is whatever's curious, man. I mean, yeah.
So again, it's like it's different levels, right?
Sure. Just don't touch your eyes. That's the only thing I'm going to say.
Yeah.
Because sometimes people are like, "Oh my God, I'm sweating," and then they rub their eyes, and then their eyes swells up.
Oh my
and
goodness.
I think, "Oh no, that's not good." We get more.
Oh yeah, now this is
Let's
amazing.
Get one more. Buona. Can we have one more horchata? Horchata, yeah, thanks, man. Pretty
Honestly,
good, right? Horchata.
The best thing. How come I didn't know about this?
It's a really Mexican thing.
I love
man.
Mexican food,
Yeah.
but like I never seen it.
It's like a Mexican street drink. Like it's really
From the hood.
It's like a hood. Yeah, it's really that, man. Like I mean, in Mexico where we go, everywhere has it. But if you go to a Mexican restaurant, like a fancy-ish one, I don't think they have it. I don't know where I go, they have it. But also there's a lot of places because everyone drinks it in Mexico. They have like an instant powder, so everyone has it. But we don't have the instant powder here, so we grind the rice. We do everything. Like it's good. We soak the rice.
Really?
We blend out the rice and then we filter it out. And yeah, I mean I think it's pretty good. Yeah, it's pretty homemade. Yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot of sugar in it though, so I try not to eat too much of it.
Amazing. Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you think Taiwanese people would love like a bubble version of this?
You know what? I thought about that recently, and because a customer said you should try like a Genju or
like cinnamon is like starting to become
big
now.
Yeah, because we've been making this drink here for 15 years. And like 15 years ago, they're like, holy crap, that's awful.
Yeah.
And now it's like people are liking it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you know what? We could try that. Yeah.
Coming from like Sweden, like which is the country of cinnamon buns.
Okay.
I started to pick up like up until like 2 years ago. It was impossible to get cinnamon buns.
Yeah. Now it's everywhere.
Now
right?
it's everywhere.
Like Feed the Wife, right?
Yeah.
I've had my guy Jack from Feed the Wife. I've had him on here. One of my buddies, Texas Tom. He does amazing cinnamon buns.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cinnamon buns popping up, man.
Yeah.
There you go, brother.
Oh,
Enjoy. Yeah. Have as much as you need, man. Please. Yeah.
So to answer your question, because again, like
what inspires you, man, to create?
So it's different with everything else in like YouTube. It changes. Like my channel is nowhere near where it was when I started.
Okay.
And I think that's like the key to continue growing because
like nowhere near what? Like wow.
Anything.
Like the quality is so much higher.
The quality and like the type of videos and like the type of like how it's kind of like taking over my life.
Okay.
Because
it's like a lifestyle. YouTube is a lifestyle.
Like, when I started with YouTube, I thought like you're just gonna grow like you keep hearing about like the exponential growth.
Yeah, I know.
And you think
still waiting for that.
And you think, me too.
Yeah.
And you think it's just gonna be like if I get like 1,000 new subscribers this month, I'm gonna get at least 1,000 more subscribers next month.
Yeah.
It doesn't work like that.
Yeah, no, you're not. It doesn't.
And it's
it doesn't
like
work.
The types of views you're getting has more or less nothing to do with the types of subscribers you're getting.
It's crazy, right?
Because like,
what's your advice for getting subscribers? Like asking, like, hey guys, don't forget to subscribe.
You
have to ask.
Definitely need to put like big like kinds of
you have to ask.
all the time. You have to ask.
Okay.
And it's also like you kind of just have to make videos.
Okay.
That people actually want to see. Like they want to know when you're releasing the next one. And I think something that has really helped me is like I'm trying to be like a little bit informative. And
I think that helps a lot. Yeah.
And
like a news flash, like a hey, today's news, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, I like that.
And it's kind of like it has a topic. Like people know what it is.
Yep. Okay.
Because there's like different ways of thinking about this too. Like when I started, I thought that first of all, I thought that no one would care about me. Like that's the first step. No one gives a shit about.
Everybody thinks that
for
sure. Of course, for sure.
And then you kind of start to think yourself as like you think that you are kind of like, because it's called a channel, right? So you think you're like a TV channel, and that means that if they subscribe to you, no matter what content you make, they would want to watch it everything.
They just want you.
Exactly.
You all day.
Like, wow, Lukas Engstrom go hiking. Lukas Engstrom play video games.
It's
still Lukas Engstrom. They should watch it.
Yeah.
But people who are like subscribing for my hiking videos, they have subscribed for my next hiking video.
Okay.
So it's like you have to think of, they're not subscribing for the video they just saw because they've already seen it.
Okay.
They're subscribing for your next video.
Okay.
That's how it works. So depending on which video
you
they're
think
watching,
you really need to niche down on certain things.
So I think once you and like from the research I've been doing as well when I started, like you should start like niche, but you should also be like consistent within that niche.
Okay.
And then, I mean, there's so many different like little small tips and tricks.
Sure.
But then there's also like this kind of like, if you're talking about one concept, like chicken wings.
Okay.
Then there's so many different things you can say about chicken wings, but there's also so many different ways you can like phrase it, the same content, and it's just like the wrapping, which is like different, which is like, you know, the thumbnail and the title, and like that kind of thing. So it's just so many different layers and so many different like aspects. Sure. But what kind of like motivates me now? So when I started again, like the whole concept was just like whatever was part of my normal life in Taiwan, because that was the memory that I wanted to bring me back home.
Yeah, you were doing it for you first.
Exactly.
Okay.
But then very quickly I realized that I wasn't really that much of a traveler in Taiwan. So I knew like 10 places.
Okay.
So then I like, after 10 weeks, I ran out of material for my YouTube channel.
Sure. Okay.
So then I had to like actively find new places to visit to make a video about.
Okay.
So even after like already after 10 weeks, it kind of changed because I found myself going out to discover new places.
Okay.
Only for the purpose of recording a video.
Okay.
So that changed, but it was still like, for the first like year, it was still like very much my life.
Yeah.
And just like how I wanted to discover Taiwan myself.
Okay.
Just that
how did you find sort of that first year? How did you find the growth? Was there growth?
There was growth.
There was growth.
And you know, you're happy with like, cause you don't have nothing really to compare with.
Yeah.
And then, so I told you earlier, like with Wes Davis and Francois Yuan, which is my roommate and good friend.
Very cool.
Then we both did this. We all three made the same kind of videos.
Okay.
So we grew together.
Okay.
So we were like, we didn't really have anything to compare with. So we don't know if we were like,
good or bad,
good or bad.
Okay.
But we did the travel videos.
Okay.
And depending on like the kind of place you go to, and depending on your title and thumbnails,
like a night market is always a popular video, right?
Exactly.
Like a
especially if
night
it's like
market.
Food. Yeah.
Okay.
And like as a foreigner, at least before, like when we started, it's like foreigners doing something for the first time.
Okay, sure.
Like if you
I've seen lots of videos that are like millions of views.
Just put whatever you want after foreigner doing the first time in Taiwan.
Okay.
People want to watch that.
Okay.
So then became like
Snake
kind of
Alley
theme.
or whatever. Yeah. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
So then kind of became the theme for the first year.
Okay.
And then COVID came.
Yeah.
And I was like, if I'm being like brutally honest, then every other foreigner made like COVID videos. All of a sudden, like, you know, everyone had been like, hey, this is my life. This is my travel.
Yeah.
Oh, COVID in Taiwan.
Yeah.
And I was just like sitting there. It's like, because the thing how it works is like if one person makes a video that blows off.
Yeah,
everyone wants copying it.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah.
So I was like sitting there, and I was like, this has nothing to do. At that time, my channel was Lukas Engstrom, my name. Okay. Because I wanted it to be like only about me.
Yeah, sure.
And when you get like 100,000 subscribers, you get like the little silver button.
You want
that has the channel name.
Yeah, for sure.
And then I was like,
check that out.
You know what? If I ever, there it is.
Oh, you got your button. That's a beauty,
2 million views too.
2 million views too. That's incredible.
That's
beautiful. Can you keep going? I just want to pop that up because that's so cool.
I think the views are like 13 million right now.
That's amazing. Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah, that's like from November
that's a couple
2 years
ago. Okay. Wow, beautiful.
So yeah, no, and like that's.
Well, I didn't see any other tube. Sorry, hold on. I didn't see any other Tube Buddy stuff there. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I stopped it afterwards.
Yeah.
So like as you can see, like it has my name, like Lukas Engstrom.
That's awesome.
Yeah, beautiful. And then I was like, I'm never gonna change my name until I get that silver button.
Yeah. Okay.
But everyone else were like, out of nowhere, they did like COVID videos, and I'm like, if I get COVID, I will make a COVID video.
Sure.
But at that time,
or quarantine videos.
Exactly.
Everyone's doing quarantine videos, right?
But at this time, like, you know, COVID didn't really exist in Taiwan.
Yeah.
And the reason for why everyone watched the COVID videos was because it didn't exist in Taiwan. And it was like, Taiwan is amazing.
Yeah, amazing.
Look at us.
Yeah, for sure.
And then for like 2 months, I was just like looking at everyone else. and they got like 100,000 of views, 200,000 of views. And I went to my waterfall and I got like 30,000.
Okay.
And which was like amazing when I only had like 10,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
But
at that point,
then you like, it doesn't really, and again, it doesn't matter if I would go to like see a waterfall now, I will get like still 30,000 subscribers.
Okay.
Views because like it's the same audience.
Okay.
So I was sitting there and I was like, I mean, I'm happy for them that they make these videos.
Yeah.
But it's not me. It's not why I'm making my channel.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to stick with this.
Okay.
But then actually I realized that my friends started getting more sponsored videos than I got.
Okay.
Because like
it's nice to have that bar where you can see somebody else. Okay.
So like up to this point, we were like very like equal, you know, like okay, this time it was me, next time it's you.
Yeah.
We had the same level of subscribers.
Okay.
But then there was like 2 months period where everyone I knew just like boom, they jumped up like 20,000 subscribers in like a month.
Wow. Okay.
And I was just like falling behind because I didn't do the COVID videos.
Okay.
And then I was like not getting sponsored videos for 2 months. Whereas everyone else got it, which I mean, it makes sense. Like,
for the COVID is the hot topic, right?
COVID is a hot topic, and if you're a company who wants to pay someone to make a video, of course you go with the one who you think will get the most views.
Of course,
which is based on like subscribers.
Sure,
like,
of course.
I totally understand that. So I was like falling a little bit behind, and at this point I had another like stable income.
Sure.
So all the income I got from YouTube was just going back into YouTube.
Okay.
To getting new cameras or like to do more travels.
Upgrading,
and to upgrading my equipment. And people who are watching my videos, they know that I love the equipment part of it.
What is your opinion on like there's YouTube specific marketing companies? Like I always get emails and everything. Oh yeah, we help you get subscribers and stuff like that. I've never replied.
Oh,
but I see that. I think it's fake, right?
Yeah, no,
it's all fake ones?
Well, I mean, it depends on what you mean by fake.
Like, but I mean, like bots. Like you get 10,000 for $100 or something stupid, right?
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. So I get spammed with that for like Instagram and YouTube like all the time.
Too, yeah. Okay.
I can show you off camera later because I have
sure.
I have one of my YouTuber contacts in Taiwan who did this before.
Really? Okay.
The punishments are quite severe.
Okay.
It's not worth it.
Oh yeah, no. Because when I looked at those, I thought, is it a YouTube marketing company that puts your video in front of the right people?
Yeah, no.
And they say they are, but then you look at the reviews and it's like, no, it's bots and blah, blah, blah. Like, well, nobody wants that. That's ridiculous. Yeah.
Exactly. So the thing is like, it's different level of like sophistication, right? So there's one that is like bots, which is like just like machines.
Like $100 for 1,000 views or something stupid.
But then they actually have like real user accounts.
Okay.
Like mostly like I don't want to sound like stereotypical, but like Russians.
Okay.
So it's actual humans. Who are getting paid to follow you.
Okay.
So it's not bots.
Okay.
But it's still like,
so it's kind of bending the rules, but not really, right?
Exactly.
But still silly. Okay.
Exactly. And then like, you can pay for like comments as well, but then the comments will be in Russian.
Okay. So,
well,
I didn't even know that there was pay for comments.
So it doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
Okay.
But then so like at that point,
yeah.
I just pointed like all the money I got from YouTube back into like improving the channel.
Okay.
But I was like falling behind. So then I was like, okay, should I continue making like what do I like the most? Do I want to continue making this type of like Lukas Engstrom videos with my current camera?
Yeah.
Or if I make other type of content, then I will be able to afford a better camera. And then this was honestly, there was like a long, like 3 months thought process for me. And it was like little internal, like,
of course,
leaving my policies there. So
but
after 3 months, I was like, what I love to do is just to record videos.
Okay.
And again, it doesn't matter if it's like a clothing shop in Korea or if it's like a night market in Taiwan.
Okay.
I just love being in front of the camera, behind the camera, editing, and just like watching myself on a screen. Like I love it. I love everything.
Okay, cool.
So then I was like, you know what? If you want to see me make a COVID video, I'll make one. God damn it, make the best COVID video ever.
Okay. And you made one?
And I made one.
And how'd it go?
Amazing, of course.
Okay,
like
of course.
My best number, like 2, 3, 4 is like COVID videos.
Okay.
And then I kind of like managed to get myself above like 100,000.
Okay.
And then like now it's still like quite steady like growth as well.
Okay. Beautiful.
So and then now that's like my motivation, and I just want to make videos.
Okay.
So yeah, no, I started with like these news concepts as well.
Sure, those are great. You still do them.
I still do them,
and I watch those ones. Those are great.
So like,
you got your Rode Pod mic there, and it looks good. And the background, like that bokeh thing, little blur in the background.
Yeah.
And the Taiwan flag, right?
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah.
I watch the backgrounds, man. Yeah. Of course.
Yeah. No, I love I love this too. Like,
thanks, man. Yeah.
I love everything about this whole setup.
Appreciate it.
Amazing.
Yeah. Cool.
So,
well, I love it, bro. I love it. I'm stoked that you came out, man. Let's try the next one. So this one is, I'll pull that up there. So this is Empress Hot Sauce. It's a small local hot sauce company. The dude is from the States, and she's Taiwanese, and they got married. I think they got married, and they made this hot sauce company, and they got some really good stuff, man. And this is made with ghost pepper. But it sounds scary, but the flavor profile is really nice. It's good. It's good stuff, man.
But it's spicier than the one we just had.
It's right on par. Hot sauce is almost like a living thing. Sometimes it's hotter, and sometimes it's like it just kind of goes up and down, right?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Sometimes it's crazy. It
was so weird because we went through like the hot ones sauces,
and then they're just
then it was like some that I had no problem with, and people were like struggling like crazy, and then I was like dead, and then people were like, this is not that bad as the last one.
It's tough. But yeah, so shout out to the Empress Hot Sauce. Thanks for the sauce. It's yummy. Keep making that good stuff.
This is more like on the sour side. Like
a little bit, yeah. So usually when you do a hot sauce, including like mine, you use carrot for a base, but they use sweet potato, which gives it another profile, which is nice.
So far, so good.
So far, so good, right?
Yeah.
Okay. If anybody wants to get some Empress hot sauce, the link is in the description below. Get yourself some hot sauce. Actually, the link to your channel, Facebook, everything's also in the description. If you guys love this guy, don't forget to check out his YouTube channel and subscribe. It's awesome.
Can people buy your sauces too?
Yeah, they can buy mine for sure. We sell ours too. Yeah, I know I never promote my own stuff. I should.
You should.
I should promote my own stuff more, I know. We do though, yeah. I actually wanted to ask you, so what's your idea of like a podcast? Like 2 or 3 or 4 foreigners speaking Chinese.
I don't like it.
You don't like it? Okay, why? Like doing it in Chinese.
Okay. So this is complicated because I feel like I'm going to break this myself on my own channel.
Okay, no, go ahead. I'm just curious, yeah. Because
for the longest time, I'm not like a language person.
Okay.
I have like no real interest in like learning language or anything like this.
Sure, understand that.
So it's just so spicy.
That's good, right? Empress brings the heat, guys, right there. Check it out. Get your hot sauce from them. Or from me. I got some good ones too.
Can't even speak English right now.
Perfect.
So I don't know, like just as a I don't know why. I understand. I have no reason to be upset about this.
Or sure. Yeah. Okay.
So like, don't give me hate because I know I'm wrong.
Okay.
But seeing like 2 foreigners speaking to each other
in Chinese,
yeah, it just annoys me.
Okay.
I don't know why.
I understand that. I was here with my buddy, German guy. His wife's Taiwanese. My wife's Taiwanese, and one of our common friends, he's Taiwanese. So. My Taiwanese buddies speaking English to us, but then they said, "You guys both speak Chinese, so why don't you speak Chinese?" So I'm happy to speak Chinese with him, but when I speak to my German friend in Chinese, it's weird.
Yeah,
it's like an awkward feeling.
Like I think what like started this whole like
I don't know
annoyance for me is like I have 2 friends.
Okay.
Who are both like super like we moved to Taiwan to learn the language.
Okay.
That was like the number 1.
Okay.
I think one of them was Swedish, one of them was like, let's say, German.
Okay.
And they were speaking so slow. in Chinese. This was just when we started. Like we were studying together in Shida. And they just made this like pact to only speak Chinese.
Oh.
Like, you know, 1 year of Chinese studies, they think they're like amazing.
Okay.
And then
I love
they
it.
just you know what? In order for us to really learn, we only have to speak Chinese.
Yeah.
And they were like, you know, looking back to it now, they were so bad.
Yeah, sure.
And they were like so slow.
Yeah,
so
for
like,
sure.
Just like, you know, where should we go and have lunch? It would take them like 15 minutes to say the sentence
to say
to where we're going to go.
Or something.
Exactly, you know.
Okay.
So
that's funny.
Like just hanging out with them every day, I just started like being annoyed by foreigners. If there is like, if it would have been faster to speak another language.
Yeah.
That's when I'm getting
It's a hard
annoyed.
one to learn.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay.
And most foreigners in Taiwan.
Okay.
I'm saying most. Their English would be better than their Chinese.
Of course.
At least for like Westerners.
Of course.
Like,
yeah. Most. Yeah.
So there is like, from an efficient. I'm a very like efficient guy. I don't like things that is
don't waste
of time.
Okay.
It's okay. Like if you do your absolute best and you're slow at it, that's totally fine. I will be very patient. But if you're not doing it the fastest way possible, it drives me crazy.
Okay, that's funny.
And even when it comes to like language, you know. And
I understand. So I actually have some friends that are I don't want to call anyone out, but like they're Western, they're married to Taiwanese, and you know they're kids. They have kids, right? Obviously, and but they speak Chinese to their kids, and I'm just like. And then love them to death. Chinese is not fantastic. So I don't know, I find it weird. And then their kids' English is not good. Like their native ability of that language it's gone. And then they like learn it from school or whatever, which is a Taiwanese school.
Yeah.
And it's like again, there's 3 or 4 people I'm thinking of. So, but it's crazy. I'm like, you know, they always ask me how come your daughter's English is like native speaker. I'm like, because I speak English to her. That's really it. Like, there's no like, yeah, she, you know, in elementary school they learned the ABCs for 2 years, but she's reading Harry Potter, right? Like, why? Because am I fantastic teacher? No, I just speak English with my kid, right? So her English is good. When I take her to Canada, she's hanging out with kids and she just fits in like normal. Like, just speaks English with everybody, and everybody's like, that's amazing. I'm like, no, it's not. It's normal. If you speak Swedish to your kid, their whole life they're going to speak Swedish. Like I speak Spanish. It's rusty now being here, of course, but my mom didn't speak English when I was a kid. I just spoke Spanish. Do I know all the grammar, laws, and all that? No, of course not. But I just can speak it. Of course. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's just really like... So I can understand where you're coming from, for sure. Yeah.
But then at the same time, like now, especially during like COVID lockdown we had in Taiwan.
Yeah.
I made like Chinese live streams.
Okay.
Because
your followers are a lot of Chinese,
with my
right?
French
Taiwanese.
roommates. We were like sitting... Like,
oh, shoot.
So we were doing like this like... 1 hour
what I said,
podcast
a Chinese podcast.
So,
okay.
Yeah, and that's what I say too. Like, you know, I'm contradicting myself here, but
it's funny.
Then
okay.
it's kind of
how did it work out? How did they turn out?
It's good. Like
when you go back and watch them, how do you feel about it?
I'm okay. Yeah,
you're okay with it. Okay.
I'm very proud of like
the Chinese.
Yeah, I did not have high expectations of my Chinese language.
The Chinese vlog is good. With
thank you.
With Amy, it was good. Yeah, it was very good.
So like it feels weird. Like it doesn't feel like natural. But I'm also thinking like, again, like now my mindset has changed. So now it's like the business side of things.
There's my daughter.
And for like the live streams.
It's my daughter.
Then, it's like for a live stream, more of my audience would be able to understand and appreciate if I speak Chinese.
Of course.
And I have the ability to do that.
Yeah, of course.
On like at least a decent level.
Yeah, for sure.
And then for my Chinese live streams now, and for my Chinese vlogs, it's kind of like I just wanted to do like a vlog. I don't want to like just sit in my studio and like really like script everything out.
Yeah.
I want to do like a little bit more like, you know, on the go, like go back to like the GoPro and like just showing people, like trying to just meet, like find myself in situations I I wouldn't find myself in, because if I don't do that, like some background information, I don't spend like a single minute that is not about like how to improve my YouTube or anything. I'm like working 100% of the time.
That's a business, man. That's exactly what you do. You're at home and you're thinking, how can I raise the sales of my restaurant? It's the same thing.
No, exactly.
How can I raise the views on my YouTube channel? Yeah.
So then like I would never be able to like, for example, like the first episode I did was like downstream travel. I have an amazing time traveling around.
Yeah.
But I'm doing it for the purpose of recording a video.
Okay.
So it's kind of like gives me like a little bit of a break and like a little bit of like, you know, half relaxation, half like going out recording.
Okay.
And I don't have to like carry around like, you know, my heavy tripod, my heavy camera. I just have like something in my pocket.
I saw one of the pictures you have like it's not quite a GoPro, but it's like an Insta something.
Insta 360?
Yeah. On your helmet, right? Those look real. I saw some review videos on it. They look great.
Oh,
looks better than a GoPro. You can take it apart and stuff, right? Like
so there's like different versions.
I don't know. It just looks. I've seen some videos on it. It looks cool. Cool,
so like one is like modular, so you can have like it's 360 lens, and then you can just change the lens to like a 1-inch sensor lens.
Oh wow!
So
1 inch is beautiful.
Yeah,
this one's 1 inch.
Yeah.
Looks
so
pretty good.
So it's like I think that one is great if you only have like one.
Okay.
But if you have like a GoPro. And one of the other ones was only 360. That's like the best combination.
Okay. Beautiful.
So no, it's great. And then like Insta 360, like they're also like a great company. Like they actually send me like all the cameras. Like,
wow.
So, like,
I don't know
like,
much about that company. That's really cool. Okay.
So it's like they were very supportive. Like during the time I was going out to like explore. They send me like, you know, I think I have like 5 other cameras.
Oh wow!
So beautiful. It's super supportive, and now it's just like I'm doing more like studio talk and like, just not that suitable.
Awesome, dude! I love that. I think like for you, you're going to be doing so many different kind of things, right? They're connected, but they're kind of different. So, as a YouTube like full-time YouTube pro, is your advice to just keep it all on one channel, or should you have 5 channels? Because 5 channels sounds crazy to me.
Yeah.
Because I know how hard it is to build one. To build 5 would be crazy. So
exactly. So this is the thing. Like,
have one more horchata? Yeah.
I don't know. My kind of theory is like try to keep it all in one.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be a lot easier to grow 1 to 100K than to grow 2 to like 50.
Yeah, for sure. That's what I think, right?
And it's kind of like you want like the highest number possible, because no one will go and see like your combined
No one's going to say, he's got 5 channels of 20,000 each, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, they're going to say, he's got 100K, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But then on the other hand, if your motivation is like you already know that you want to make videos of 3 completely different topics.
Okay.
Then I would recommend to go into 3 different ones.
Really?
Because again, like people will subscribe to your channel because of your next video.
That makes sense. Sure.
And if they only want to watch a third of whatever video you're putting out on your channel, it's not as likely that they will subscribe to you. But again, with all that said, I would say that it's actually very important to have like some sort of consistency to upload the videos.
Sure.
I don't really know what the golden rule is, but like everyone just says like at least once a week.
Once a week, yeah.
And I kind of like, I definitely agree with once per week, and that's like the deadline I set for myself.
Okay.
And you know, like even with once per week, like before, if you have like a full-time job or something.
Yeah.
Once per week is like, it's like a lot.
It's a lot. That's why I do it live, man, because it's good. Yeah. If I had to do the edits and stuff, I couldn't.
And like I've had countless of days where I've been like, you know, sitting up until like 2-3 a.m. to edit the video, and then like my alarm calls at like 7:30. I have to go up to work.
Yeah.
And then like it's
tough.
Yeah. Like I've been doing YouTube for 3.5 years, and that means that I have not had a single day off not doing YouTube. I have barely I don't think I've watched a full movie.
Oh really?
In
wow.
In like one sitting in 3.5.
Okay,
years.
Yeah.
Because like I only watch videos when I eat.
Okay.
Because it's the only time where I'm busy with my hands.
Okay.
And I cannot edit.
Okay. Wow.
So it's
a lifestyle.
It's like exactly. It's
the
like
lifestyle.
It's like for me it was on that level. But again, like
But you
love
have to be obsessed with it to be good at it. Any business.
A little bit, yeah.
You have to.
Yeah.
Like you can't be, I'm just going to do a video here and there and then get 1 million subscribers. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, no, it doesn't
right?
work like
it's
that.
not going to happen, right? So
and like a lot of like, I'm still waiting for like that one viral like 1 million video.
Okay,
Because for me, it's like just to put things in perspective. Like now I have around like 140,000 subscribers.
That's beautiful.
But it's still like.
But when you get there, you're like, that's nothing. I need the 1 million. Right?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But
the first time you get 100, you're like, oh my God, that's awesome. Then you get it. And like, it needs to be 1,000. 100's crap.
Exactly. But the thing is like, if I don't like put out a video, I will not automatically get like new subscribers. Now people are saying like, it's like, passive income.
Okay.
And like, you
passive
can live
income.
off like your old videos.
That's
but
tough. Yeah.
It's very tough,
Okay.
and it all depends on like what kind of videos you are making, and it's also like about your audience too. Like,
Okay.
if you go online and you just like follow these YouTubers who will teach you how to become a YouTuber,
Okay.
they all have like a North American audience.
True.
And
True.
their audience, like they are YouTubers,
Yeah.
and their audience wants to become a YouTuber.
Yeah.
My audience is like
Just wants to watch you do stuff.
exactly,
Yeah.
and it's 45-year-old plus males from Taiwan. So they're like,
Oh, I love that.
We have like nothing.
So no
in
Instagram
common,
for sure.
No Instagram
No
for
Instagram
sure.
for sure. Okay.
And then it's like
I love that. That's amazing.
we have nothing in common, Like
Oh my God.
I just bought like a one wheel.
Okay.
You know what a one wheel is? Like it's a snowboard kind of looking thing with like
I've
the one
seen
wheel.
that. Yeah, I've seen one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's like the big thing in the States, and like
Okay.
the YouTubers I'm watching all have one wheels and like booster boards and like electric vehicles and stuff like this.
Okay.
And then like I'm trying to like explain what that is to my audience, and then they're like, "What? No,
is that like roller skates?"
No, like show us a
Yeah.
show us a night market.
Yeah, that's so funny.
So it's like
okay.
it's also very tough
That's
because
funny. That's funny.
you have your style, your type of
Yeah.
videos, but also your audience
Okay.
will be completely different from like anyone else.
Gotcha.
So
We got a couple of subscribers. Sorry, man. I'm just Eddie seemed to be an early adopter. Yeah, what? Dig your live streams with all the angles. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Love to have Lukas do more crossover. Record the podcast live with video. Prioritize to one format, then trickle it to others.
Yeah.
That's for you.
So the thing is, like, the only reason for like I wanted to do a podcast too.
Sure.
But like in order to like kind of have like similar kind of views, you need like subtitles.
Yeah, I know.
And it's
that's
like,
what we were talking about.
It's like, so first of all, like if you do it yourself, I did my own subtitles my first 2 years.
Okay.
And it was like the worst.
I know.
As soon as like my income started to like be enough, that was like the first thing that I like outsourced.
Forget the subtitles.
So like I made a little bit of a profit, but then like for 3 months, I just like took all my income just to pay the person who's doing my subtitles.
So I've actually bought a software that is supposed to be able to do it. They can do simplified, but they're waiting on traditional. But I mean, like, for example, for me to, I know I should subtitle this, but it's an hour and 45 minutes now. Imagine subtitling that. That's going to take a week.
Exactly.
Right? So it's tough. It's tough. That's why a software, even though it's not going to be super accurate, it's going to be better than nothing.
Yeah.
But I haven't found one that does traditional well.
Right.
Yeah. So that's rough.
No,
Subtitles, like if we do a short clip video, we'll subtitle it for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah. So we got one more. Hold on. I like to see dual purpose videos where you do what you like, then repackage the videos for scenic focus. Consistency is needed, but not necessary to be one time per week. Okay.
Yeah. I'm trying to do like the whole repackaging, like with my TikTok and like shorts right now.
Yeah. Shorts is great. Yeah. Well, that's what Catapult does. Awesome.
Yeah.
Like you can just, like we'll use Catapult. Shout out to the Catapult team. And it basically, it has your footage, like for my podcast, it has it all there. And it's got these like this AI that senses emotion. So if you laugh or you smile, it'll make a little mental, like not mental, it'll save that. Then you can go in and click on all these save things, and then you just kind of rewind it for 10 seconds, and then you just make like a 10-second clip, and it's super quick. I don't do it as much as I should. Catapult, and it's like $300 a month, like NT. Like it's nothing.
Oh, really?
It's nothing. It's nothing.
What?
Should be more. But
let me sign up first, then you can.
We'll get this guy on Catapult. It's really good. One more thing, the last one. Do either of you subscribe to other Taiwan YouTubers? Which is your fave? I'll let you take that one, man. I subscribe to most of them because I want to see what they're doing and what's working. And I'm a big fan. Actually, you. I like yours. Yeah. That's why I was so happy to get this guy here because I love it. Yeah.
Yeah, like one of my first like Wes Davies. I don't think that's a secret. He's my best friend, and we also like started at the same time. And it's just because like we did that journey together. I think that's like
beautiful. I love it.
I had 1,000 subscribers. He had like 3,000.
Okay.
And he just moved to like Kaohsiung.
Okay.
And then I was like, yeah, we did the same like travel exploring Taiwan as well.
Okay.
So I was like, I need to be friends with this guy. And our style and like the type of video we're doing and the concept, like we're watching the same YouTubers from the States too. So like we have kind of like, we're very, very similar in terms of
understand
the path.
Also, life in Taiwan, right?
Yeah,
Alan, that's great.
Yeah, he was actually the first YouTuber who invited me to do like a collaboration.
Really? Yeah, he's great. I like him a lot.
No,
I've been hitting him up. Yeah, he's good. Who else do we got here? There's a couple of fitness guys that I follow that are pretty good. Cosmo Fit, he's customer care.
Taiwan YouTubers or Taiwanese YouTubers?
Taiwanese YouTubers.
So like
okay.
So Taiwanese YouTubers, I'm actually like Leo Pierre.
Okay.
Like he's the only one I think that I follow.
I like. I can't even remember it right now. But there's this one dude, this buff guy who's all tatted out.
Oh, yeah.
This guy is Power or something. I can't remember what it's called.
I
love his channel.
He got shot? Or
he got shot because he's a gym owner and he got stabbed or something.
Yeah.
He's got some good videos. Yeah, I mean, I try to see what's happening, see what good stuff is going on, and to see what's popular.
Honestly, I don't really have time. I follow like my friends.
Of course.
And then I also just watch videos for how I can become a better YouTuber.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I never watch like for entertainment or anything like this.
I watch a lot of OBS videos, like how to do all this stuff on OBS.
OBS.
I watch like live stream. OBS is a live streaming software. And I watch a lot of those videos.
Yeah.
And it's funny, really funny, because there's this one guy, Michael Freyer Jr., something like that. He's got like the best OBS tutorial videos, and he's funny, and they're so good. And then they're like 5 minutes. And then he did a live stream. And when I make dough in the morning, I'll put on a podcast or something, and he was going to go live. And I'm like, perfect. I listened to his live stream. It was awful. It was awful because like the edited one it's so well done. So it wasn't awful, but his videos are so good. I expected so much from his live stream. And it was oh my gosh. I didn't unsubscribe because he has great videos. But I was so I was so disappointed. I couldn't believe it. How is this possible?
So during like the whole lockdown thing, we did a lot of like live streams because we couldn't go out.
Yeah,
really.
Sure.
I got like unsubscribing people all the time.
Really?
Because you can see it like on your daily stats. Every day I had a live stream, like the day quota was like negative, and you would lose like 10 subscribers for a live stream.
Wow.
And now exactly, I'm like, wow,
crazy.
really? Like,
wow.
Is this a reason to like unsubscribe? It's free. You don't get any refunds. Like,
yeah, of course.
Why would you even bother?
Yeah.
But I think it's just because like normally like for the lives, they're more likely to show up in the notification centers.
Yeah.
Whereas if someone who's making a video about something that you are not interested in, YouTube just wouldn't show it to you at all.
Yeah. I mean, I feel bad saying that because this guy's got a great channel. I mean, I've learned so much from him, but it's just like, so he has like a stream deck and he's able to hit these buttons where it can put like a cartoon face on you and stuff live. And I just would never do that. He just kept doing that. He's putting like Darth Vader faces on and stuff. And he's like my age, dude. I'm like, what are you doing? Dude? I mean, I just felt like this is really weird.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I still love his videos, but I'll probably never watch his live stream ever again. It's weird. It's weird because I I only live stream basically, so it's weird for me to say that, but it was shocking. It was shocking. Yeah.
Yeah. No, again, it's like, it's very different. Like,
yeah, it's very different. Yeah.
And for me, I mean, I do my live streams in a different language, right? In Chinese.
Okay. Sure.
So for me, it's like even more awful.
Yeah, it's tough. Yeah. I've done some of the podcasts in Chinese. It's tougher for sure. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's definitely tougher. But yeah, it is what it is, I guess. We'll try it out. Yeah. But what is it? One more. You should make a dough making video. I actually thought about that because it takes me a few hours to make the dough and get everything sorted, and I just need to pop it.
I would love to see like a day in your restaurant, and just like to see like
do that. Yeah.
All these things that like
all the things we do
literally goes on like behind the curtain.
I'll do that. That sounds good. Yeah, I could do that, and I could just do it live. Just leave a camera going and walk around and stuff. Yeah. Yeah. What do you think, brother? You want to take it? All right, I'll let you go first.
Let's do it.
So this is the last wing. This one is made with Carolina Reaper.
Oh,
it's a tough one, man. But yeah, this one is definitely, like I said, they go up and down.
And this is up.
This one's usually doesn't go down. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah, have a little bite, enjoy. Thank you guys for checking out the show. We're on the last one here. Great combo. Thanks, man. Yeah. Definitely
you sell
don't
this
touch
in your
your
restaurant too?
I do.
Does it come with like
in bottles? In bottles.
Is it like a 18 plus like warning label or something?
We actually have a dish like this with 3 of those and 3 of the jalapeno. That's just for people that ask, because if they're watching the show, a lot of the customers will come and just watch it, and they want the wings, but they don't want to do the show. They just want to try the wings, and no one ever finishes more than one of that one. That's a rough one, dude.
Oh.
Carolina Reaper, my hometown pepper. It's a killer, man. Oof, yeah, that's rough.
That's such a stupid idea.
Yeah. So one of the ideas I have is like Anthony Bourdain, right? One more horchata, yeah, thanks. Anthony Bourdain would go around and he'd go visit restaurants and he'd go into the kitchens and he'd cook and learn. So I want to do something like that in Taiwan because I have a kitchen, I have a restaurant, right?
Yes, you know,
so I am a chef
I hear
guy.
around like every 10th word you're saying right now.
Okay, that's okay. Good. Got a little zoom action on you, bro.
Something with like this guy. And oh my god.
That's what the milk is for.
Oh.
Horchata coming? Just keep the milk in your mouth. Don't swallow it. Juana, you got an horchata coming? Yeah?
Oh.
That's a rough one, right? Just keep it in there. Don't swallow for a couple of minutes. Don't forget to subscribe, baby.
Feels like the milk is boiling in my mouth.
Rough, right? You have to have one killer.
Thought we were friends.
Yeah, sorry, bro. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. I'm doing it every week, bro. Here we go, bro. Oh, geez, I'm going for the milk now. That's a rough one today.
Oh.
You gotta have one sauce that's just rough, just like to end the show. You know, it's crazy.
Oh my god! How do you have returning customers? Oh my god! Thank you so much. Oh my god.
We don't really sell that one. It doesn't sell very. I mean, we have it. We're good. Thanks, man. We have it, but when people order it, they take one bite, and I'm like, it's really hot. I'll give you 3, and they're like, no, give me 6. I'm like, no, I'll give you 3. And at the end, it's like, yao, da bao ma, and they're like,
this is amazing. Like the milk doesn't do anything, but this is just
good,
like
right?
kills it.
What is it? 16 million Scoville. Yeah, and it's actually... Want to take this?
Yeah, do you know the Scoville for this?
One of the guys is saying 16 million. I don't know. I don't know the
1.6.
Scoville. Yeah, is that... I don't know.
Because we did the hot...
I don't even know how to measure that, man. Yeah.
So we did the hot ones. Mm-hmm. And then the last one...
The last one's a killer, yeah.
Last one is like 2 million plus.
Oh, wow. Hotter than this.
But this one...
This tastes hotter. You have no... There's a lot of... I make this sauce. There's a lot of Carolina Reaper in that sauce.
This one is spicy in the terms of like whatever spice this is.
The
Whereas
Carolina
the other
Reaper.
one is more like it's like acid. It just like burns your tongue. But this one is like spicy, which has flavor.
Yeah, there's garlic and onion in it, but it's just hot. Yeah.
But I just feel like it's like actively burning.
Yeah. If you guys are enjoying, don't forget to give us a like.
Oh my god. Oh.
Good stuff, right? That's what they need, man.
You should just open up like a night market stand and
just sell horchata, right?
Selling this
in it, yeah?
with bubbles in. I guarantee you, like you can, whatever your dream is in life, accomplished.
Do it, yeah? All right, let's do it. Oh, wow. Boom.
Oh, I think I landed now.
You made it, man. You made it. You finished it.
Oh, my God.
Did Francesca's advice help?
No.
So funny, man.
Oh, my God.
Oh, I'm good now.
I don't get it, you know? Like,
It's
recently,
crazy.
I joined, like, Ku, like the French YouTuber.
Okay.
And he's doing, like, this Taiwan Navy SEAL extreme, like, exercise.
No, I haven't even seen that, yeah?
So we did, like, the Taiwan Navy SEAL. They have, like, a special force in the Navy SEAL, which is, like, frogmen.
Okay.
We did that exercise for a weekend.
You did it?
We did it.
Okay.
So his channel's name is Ku's Dream.
Okay.
And
Yeah. I know that channel. Okay.
And recently his latest 2 videos is like the series of it's me, life in Taiwan, Alan.
Okay.
Ku,
Yeah. That's right. Okay. Yes.
And then 3 other YouTubers, basically spending a weekend with like non-stop like military training.
Okay. It's kind of like Mr. Beast-esque, right? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. I like that. Yeah? No sleep. Ooh, I don't like that.
No sleep. And then, as soon as we survive that, straight over here to go through this. So it's just
you're
like,
just finishing that off. Oh,
well,
shoot.
The videos are being published now. We did it like a month ago. But it's like, it's just torture now.
Saying, how's your knee? Did you hurt your knee? Yeah? Okay.
My knees, or my right knee, was damaged for 3 weeks afterwards.
Really?
So,
Okay.
like, long story short, I never work out, you know?
Okay.
I don't do, like, any squats or anything.
Okay.
And we were supposed to do all these kind of, like,
You're a young guy,
stretching
man. You got it.
exercises
Okay,
and, like,
okay.
running and do all of these and, like, carrying each other. And I was going to, like, carry this, like, other guy who's, like, 85 kilos.
Okay.
I just couldn't do it.
Okay.
So my knee basically just, like, broke.
Oh, really?
And, yeah.
Ouch. What about recovery? Surgery or just rest?
No, there was, like, a doctor on there.
Okay.
So he was like, yeah, put this on once a day until it gets better. I did that for like 3 weeks and then finally it got better.
Wow, man. Damn. All right.
So,
Crazy.
yeah.
That last one is rough, right?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah,
Things
no.
are they changed like quite
It's a big
drastically to
because
the end.
before, you know why? Because before the last one was hot enough, right? And then I got a few people that ate spicy. And then they would go through the whole thing without like a sweat, with nothing.
Right.
And I'm like, I gotta have one where it's like,
Oh
there
my
gotta
God.
be one that's just a killer, right? So
But it puts you in like a super relaxed mood right now, though.
a lot of the guests have said that they felt almost like high, like euphoria from the wing. Like they're just like high. They're like, ooh, I'm high now from this wing. It's crazy. There's no drugs in it. Just saying.
I'm feeling happier right now.
Perfect.
Than I have like through the entire year.
Hey, there
Could
you
also
go.
be like the
horchata too, maybe.
Horchata.
Yeah. Brother, we made it. We got to do it again sometime. That was fantastic, man.
Absolutely.
I had a great time. I didn't even get to go through
fun.
all the pictures. Let's blast through them.
What else
like
do you
rapid fire style, yeah? All right, here we go.
What's happening here?
Boom.
Nice. That's my gimbal right there.
That's a beauty. That's a beast of a gimbal, man. Holy crap.
The first generation Ronin S. I used it once.
Really? Okay.
I never used it again.
Okay.
It's too heavy.
That's a great picture. Hold on. Keep going. Oh, that's
there we have it.
That's the setup. That's the setup.
In Wes Davies' apartment.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I brought it all down once. It was way too heavy.
Beautiful. And then that one we did, right?
Mm-hmm.
We did that one too.
I was actually for that Pride.
Correct. Yeah.
So we went on a Pride, right?
Yeah.
And I spent the entire night editing that video.
That. So you could be the first video out.
So I could be the first video out at 8 a.m. the next morning.
And then but it was worth it. Look at that. That's amazing.
And I published it at 8 a.m. The news reporter reached out to me at 9 a.m. He published this at like 10 a.m. in the morning.
That's
the day after.
I love
Pride.
that, brother.
That's
beautiful.
Yeah.
That's grinding out for your business. That's beautiful. I love that. You don't sleep till it's done. I love it. I love it. Is that Next TV? What was that? What is this thing?
What is that thing? It was like a TV
it said
show.
Something about Next TV or something in the description.
Could be, yeah. I was interviewed by a TV host. I forgot
the floor is green, like green screen floor. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah. The whole studio like behind me is like green too.
Oh, I love that. That's beautiful.
Yeah, there was some Taiwanese TV host who interviewed me as a YouTuber.
Beautiful. Ooh, we got a couple on there. There's a couple on there.
Yeah, my two babies, Wes and my roadcaster.
Beautiful. The roadcasters. I have one. I just don't know how to use it. A friend of mine was changing his system, and he had one. And he's like, "Do you want one?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "Do you need one?" I definitely don't need one.
Oh, but they're
and he's like, "Do you want one?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "What do you want for it?" So I have it sitting in a box at home. Yeah.
Oh, really? No, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Like, especially for live, because you can make like the sound effects.
I know.
But I mean, like, I
got to figure out how to use it.
You have like a 3 or 4 microphone system. You can plug in like
4
microphones.
I do. Yeah. But it's cool, man. I'll have to pick your brain one day about it, because I know that Trevor was saying you're a massive Rode fan from that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, everything I have is like Rode, basically.
Beautiful.
But it's good. Like, but I mean, you can have this setup too.
Check that out.
Nice.
That's an old one. Yeah.
Yeah. This is actually like we moved it out to the living room to record a video.
Okay. All the Rode gear. Yeah. Shout out to the Rode.
Yeah.
Got to get that sponsorship.
Yeah. One day.
One day. Check that out. Blam.
Oh, there he is, live in Taiwan too.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Good picture. Must be winter, man. Everyone's got the jackets on.
Yeah, we made a video and like this is like somewhere like Miaoli or something.
My wife's from Miaoli.
We met Alan halfway there to do some like waterfall videos together.
Beautiful. Big fan of the waterfalls. Yeah, I love it.
I don't know, like you just like
everybody loves a waterfall video.
It's kind of like the easiest thing, because when you make like YouTube videos, you kind of want to come up with an idea, which you can make like 10 videos of.
Okay.
So we just like waterfalls, and then like we
that makes sense.
Pick them up.
That makes sense. Beautiful. Boom. We're back.
Boom. Yeah.
You got your Rode gears there as well. Yeah.
Yeah. So those microphones are shit if you live in an apartment that is not soundproof.
Is that the condenser mic? Yeah. The ones that like take everything, right? Yeah.
They're like, I learned it afterwards. They're for like music and like singing.
I actually think I have one of those as well. Yeah. Those are. Yeah, and then I bought the USB one, which was the Blue Yeti, which like. You would hear everybody's conversation here, for sure. It's crazy. Boom. Another one. Yeah.
Nice. Alan Prozzi.
Yeah, there you go. 2 more. We've got the vacation with mom.
Oh, yeah.
Where's that?
That
on
is...
the left, man. That's a cool, like a
I'll give you a
giant hammock or something.
I'll give you 1,000 NT if you can guess where that...
It's got to be is that the Howard? No.
No.
I have no idea, man.
It's Xiaoliuqiu on one of the diving hostels.
And you slept up there or what? No.
No.
It's just like it... like
we were just visiting. Like we had some friends who were staying
dude.
there. Yeah,
Beautiful.
Super cool.
And the last one is that TubeBuddy, dude. 2 million views. I was like, damn, that's good. And you're like, dude, I got like 13 million now. That's crazy. I love it. I love it. And the silver button is framed at home somewhere, right?
Actually, not. It's just like sitting there.
You work so hard to get it, and it's just collecting dust. Yeah.
Yes. No, I mean it's up here. It has like it's on a pedestal up here.
Okay, perfect.
So, yeah. No,
Right.
it's I have it in my bedroom.
Okay.
But you know,
it's the journey more important than the object.
Yes.
Okay.
And the thing is, like, you think that you're just gonna like wake up one day and you're gonna get it, you know?
Okay.
But it's a lot of hard work to get there.
Oh yeah.
And you like, it's just. You're just relieved.
You're like, yes.
It gets to this point when you're
wasting
like,
my time. Yeah.
Oh my God. It's like, I made it.
You don't want to be that guy who was right. Does the world really need another podcast?
Exactly.
Yeah. Crazy.
So so I was just like relieved when I got it, honestly, because I've been working like for so long.
So that was the goal. You finally got it. All right, next. Okay.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Well, ma'am, do you have any advice for any aspiring YouTubers in Taiwan, in Sweden, all over the world, anywhere? Before we cut it,
just start. It's gonna be shit, so you might as well start. And then you're just gonna pick it up after a way. Like the first video I recorded and edited and made, I did not publish it.
Okay.
Until after I hit 100,000 subscribers.
Oh, really? Okay.
So I was like, once I hit 100K, I'm confident enough to call myself a YouTuber.
Sure, okay.
So then I can deal with the embarrassment of my absolute first video.
Okay. Wow.
So I did not release that until afterwards.
And how did it work out? How did it go?
Oh no, it was terrible. It was bad.
Okay. That's funny.
But it's like 3.5 years ago, I had no idea. I didn't even know that it was like a profession, that you could live out of YouTube.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't know either. Yeah.
And now...
Well, kids know that now.
Kids know, yeah.
My daughter has a streaming channel. Like, she loves it. Yeah. And the only reason is because I have all the gear already.
Right.
So that's just like you just turn on the OBS and she can play, right?
Yeah.
Roblox and stuff. Yeah, but it's crazy because kids now, they're just like, they don't watch TV. They don't watch cable. We have no cable. It's like sometimes Netflix or YouTube. Yeah. That's it.
Apparently it was like...
Crazy.
It's the number one like profession that kids these days.
Everybody wants to be. Yeah. Everybody wants to be. There was actually we went to a bookstore, and it was like these little books. You know, like I want to be a truck man or a truck driver or fireman, whatever. And one of the little volumes was I want to be a YouTuber when I grow up.
Real?
Yeah, a kid's book. Like a little thin kid's book. Yeah. It's like fireman, police officer, and you pull out, and I'm like, oh, because I saw the logo. I'm like, pulled it out. I want to be a YouTuber when I grow up. A kid's book. Crazy.
Oh
man.
My God. That
Changing
sounds a little bit sad, but I think
Hey, well, I mean,
good.
My daughter loves it, man. And the funny thing about her is she's 9 now, but since she was 5, like she likes to watch other kids' YouTube and stuff, right? So we have this little video clip of her. I got to share it sometime. And it's her. She's like half the size she is now. And she's like, what's up, guys? Welcome back to our channel. Before we get started, don't forget to hit the subscribe and turn on notifications, you know? Or something like she's just
That's
like,
amazing.
It's crazy.
Adorable.
It's crazy because she doesn't even know what she's saying, but that's what YouTubers say. So that's what she said. It was really funny, man.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Brother.
So cool.
Appreciate
Thank you so
it.
much again.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for the comments. Keep bringing in the good folks. Yes. It's an absolute pleasure to pick this guy's brain because he's amazing. And congrats on going full time. Beautiful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you guys next week. Bye-bye.